lines are drawn, the lights are on. It's time to settle this. Our team versus your team. The new chin strap. Boswell Media Sports is about to put you in the middle of the action.
Ladies and gentlemen, Boswell Media Sports and Cruisin' 98 present Leake Academy Rebel Football. Now here's the voice of the 2020 state champion Rebels, Philip Palmertree.
It's week 7 of Leake Academy football on Friday, October 1st. Last Friday, the Rebels, ranked number 1 in MAIS Class 5A, improved to 5-1 overall and 2-0 in District 2 play after they walloped Park Place Christian Academy 49-8 at Thagard Field in Madden. From start to finish, Leake's offensive line opened up big holes for the running backs, and Leake's defensive line would not let Park Place pass, go, or collect $200. They owned the entire Monopoly board, holding the visitors to minus 10 yards rushing. Cannon Parks ran for 3 touchdowns, and Whit Welch ran for 2 more. Tonight, LA plays the second game of a 3-game District 2 homestand as we welcome St. Joseph Catholic School from Madison. St. Joe has been in existence for more than 150 years and has played football for more than 70. But tonight is the first ever meeting between the Bruins and our Leake Academy Rebels. Former Mississippi State quarterback legend John Bond leads the St. Joseph program, and he has a dual-threat freshman quarterback in Emil Picarella, who has already picked up an offer from Oregon and possesses the poise and confidence of a veteran player. So can the Rebel defense trap the young Bruin quarterback and make sure that the home fans stay happy for homecoming? Hi, everyone. I'm Philip Palmertree, and this is the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show. Thanks for listening. Billy Steen is in the studio producer chair, and Jason Wilcox will join us shortly. You can hear Leake Academy football on Cruisin' 98.3 FM, the Cruisin' 98 mobile app, and streaming live at cruisin98news.com. Go there and click on the Listen Live tab for Cruisin' 98. Tonight's game is also available on video, streaming courtesy of QC Supply. The video link is at cruisin98news.com and also at kicks96news.com. And tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association. We have a lot in store for you before kickoff. We'll give you the Junction starting lineups, and we'll size up the St. Joseph Bruins. But first, we get to visit with the Rebels head coach, Brian Pickens. All that and more is straight ahead as the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show continues from Boswell Media Sports.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
Welcome back to the T&K Farms Woodmiser pregame show. We're getting you ready for kickoff between Leake Academy as the Rebels take on St. Joe, the Bruins from Madison, Mississippi, making their first appearance ever at Thagard Field in Madden. A big District 2 ball game between the Rebels, who are 2-0 in district play, 5-1 overall, and St. Joe, 2-4 overall, 1-1 in District 2 play. And we've got the Rebels head coach Brian Pickens joining us. Thanks, Coach, for giving us some time before kickoff.
Well, thank you for having me.
Let's take a quick look in the rearview mirror back at last Friday's win. Park Place Christian Academy was the opponent, and the Rebels asserted their dominance from the opening kickoff, getting a 49-8 win. They led 42-2 at halftime. The Rebels, Coach, I thought, just really asserted themselves up front and showed they were the dominant club.
Oh, definitely. About all I can do is just agree with you on that. Our offensive, defensive line has done a tremendous job all year up front, controlling the line of scrimmages, throughout the weeks. But, Friday night was just a great example of what they could do. Start with that defensive line, and when you talk about front, you also got to talk about those linebackers because they're flying to the football, and that's what those guys are doing is making it possible for them to fly to the football. But the run game, our D line was just controlling our offensive line so much that wound up with negative yards rushing, which in modern day football that's impressive, and I don't care who you play. Offenses do so much: spread you out, throw it, run it, screen you, just whatever they can think of, they're going to do it. And for you to hold somebody to negative yards rushing is impressive. And then the pass rush, we really sent no stunts. I'm going to say we sent 0 stunts last week, so we didn't send any pressure with our linebackers. So the 5 sacks that we got, and I'm not even counting the hurry-ups, but the 5 sacks we got were all D-line. Those 4 guys just, just one-on-one, getting after the quarterback. So a lot of times they're just individual effort to get to the quarterback. So that, they were very impressive there. And then our offensive line on the other side of the ball, they did some stuff that we felt like would, hamper our run game, and they picked it up. I know there was several plays where, I saw. Our guys wound up blocking 2. Just the effort to get the block, and then they kind of jammed it to the linebacker, which they blocked 2 guys at one time. It was just very, like I said, it just showed their hard work and their execution really paid off. Both sides of the ball was dominated last Friday.
If there's ever any doubt in someone's mind that football games are won in the trenches, you could look at the highlight or the film of that first half last week against Park Place and see what dominant play on the offensive and defensive line will do as far as both creating opportunities for you and stopping the opponent, no matter how talented their skill backs and receivers are.
Oh, exactly. And when those guys do this, we talked earlier in the year about, what I think about linemen. Those guys that go in, they put their hands on the ground. It's every day, Monday through Wednesday. Then 4 quarters. They're running into folks. They're going head to head with somebody all night long. It's like a 48-minute wrestling match the whole game, and they're having to come off blocks. They're getting double teamed, and they're sometimes somebody will cut them. Next time they influence them and they trap them from inside. So those guys have to be prepared for so much, and then for them to put a performance on like that is just so impressive on the defensive line. And the offensive line, a little unknown fact about your offensive line is how intelligent these boys have to be. They have to be able to take a defense, look at a front line, and know, okay, this is what I've got to do. I'm leaving this guy, or I'm blocking this guy. We're reading this guy, or we're going to stretch this guy, or I've got to work up to linebacker, and where's the linebacker, and which one's the Sam and which one's the Mike, and what have I got to do? And they have to do that every play. So they're coming up there. They've basically just had a fight the play before. Now they've got to come back up, kind of gather their thoughts, and figure out which way they got to go this time. And so there is a lot that goes on, not only physically but mentally for these linemen. So yeah, to give them their just rewards is certainly credible.
And speaking of rewards, one more thing before we leave the topic of this last Friday night's game. when you go into the locker room 42-2 at halftime, things are working for you. That second half where the clock's running is still some very valuable time for your football team, isn't it? Especially when it comes to the younger players and the scout team players, isn't it?
Oh, yeah. It's super to get those guys out there. Number one, it gives them exposure to game-like atmosphere. It gives them, confidence as they go out there and they move the football or stop them on defense, make them punt, whatever it may be, to get a sack. It gives them a lot of confidence. And it just, it really benefits your program because these guys are getting experience, Friday night game-like experience with a very positive spin on it because we're up and they're getting to go out there and really be able to take advantage of that situation. But, to get to that situation, a lot of people see it, well, that group came out, they scored a lot, so they were able to get them on there. But it goes further than that. These guys that go in, and you see these young guys that go in, these 10th graders and juniors and things like that, they're going in. And the reason they're in there is a credit to them and what they did during the week, to go out there and, your scout team, these guys have to know the offense that you're going to play against. So if it's spread, they've got to be able to get out there and your line's got to give you zone blocking this week, or they got to give you power blocking the next week, or your scout team quarterback's got to throw it 50 times, or he's going to wind up running it 50 times. Just whatever they do is what you've got to do. These scout team running backs, they pay their dues. Football's a physical sport, and the harder they play and the harder they compete Monday through Wednesday, the better off that our team's going to wind up being. And so these guys do this every week, and so for them to get out there is not just the result of, we've got a big score and now we get them out there. It's the result of this is what they did to prepare those starters for that game. So, a lot goes into it, but I'm just, I'm proud when they get in there, and, you can't say enough about what it does to your program, because now, you don't know down the road some of these guys are going to wind up having to go in and fill in for a starter during the season or next season. They take one of those starting roles of a graduating senior, and they've been on that field. They've had that experience. So it's there's a wealth of value in when you see these guys on the field.
Well, coming up, Coach and I will talk about the Rebel running back group. First, we'll pause and pay some bills, but stay with us as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Kenny and James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line, from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Back for our second segment in the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show, and we've got Rebels head coach Brian Pickens with us. Coach, talk about the Rebel running backs. We've got a run-oriented offense, and so you're handing the ball off to some guys and trusting that some guys can hang on to it and make big yards. Talk about that group a little bit, please.
First of all, we're very fortunate in what we have. Having two quality running backs like we do. We've got Cannon Parks and we got Whit Welch, and those two, they share the carries, and actually, the first thing I'm going to say about it is the unselfishness of it. People probably think this, that, or the other, but actually, we never sub those two. They go in and out for each other. One knows when the other one's had a big run, okay, he needs a breather, or okay, he's fine. I'll take the next, the next series, or if one has been, I've seen us in very physical games where, we're kind of pounding up in there, and after about 3 or 4 carries, the other one will run in there, dispel that one, and let him come drink some water, and then so they kind of monitor each other. So it's a good combo we have. Both of them come and bring their own skill sets. Whit is a thick, hard runner. If you had to say power, he's a big power runner. Hard to bring down, and then you got Cannon. Cannon is he's more of a zone guy. When you run up in there, Cannon sees the holes, and you see him make a lot of cuts, and he'll bounce it, but he'll see those inside holes and cut it back, and it's where you'll see him on big runs. And so both of them have their own skill set, but they just complement each other because, like I said, Cannon can go in there and he can run power and he can do effectively. Whit can run zone. A great example was 2 weeks ago against Simpson. We're running a little counter, and that's almost basically like a power play. And Cannon's the one pounding up in there on that counter, and we noticed they really weren't respecting the fake, and so we came back with a quick zone play, and that was where Whit broke it down to about the 2-yard line. So you take these two guys. Like I said, we're very fortunate to have them. As I always say, this is my 20th year at Leake Academy, and both of them would any time throughout the year there's been they would be just starters. And sometimes be just solo back there by themselves. They might tote the ball, 40 times for us and be wore out. But having the both of them now, they can they can share the carries, and now both of them take maybe 15 or 20 reps apiece. But very very talented, hard-working young men. And another thing, you talk about running backs, and people see them get the ball and go score and things like that. See these guys also block. They're not scared to give it up and block. Both of them this year have had some tremendous stunt pickups on pass protection. But, sometimes they're called to block for each other on certain plays. So, they're kind of a multi-talented group, and we're very fortunate to have two of them. And then when you talk about the running back group, we're also fortunate, Riley, he can come back there and run that football. And he brings a whole nother level of talents to the table. Riley, he's kind of more of a, I guess you call him more of a slash run. It's like, trying to get to edge things like that. He does a great job with that. And, and when you talk about running backs, you got to talk about Rhett. Rhett's probably as big a part of our run game as running backs are. And, he does a super job on our read stuff. Sometimes we have design just runs for him. As we've run, and I know this year people really talked about our running game, spoke about it, but a lot of that comes down to just the offensive line we have, and then the set of running backs that we have, and the quarterback. And then when you talk about running back, a very unsung hero is what we call our H-back. That's Gavin White. He's the one up there in that in that H set that it's basically the modern day fullback. That's what they are today. Those H-backs.
Yeah, fullbacks who just scoot over a little bit. Scoot
That's
up.
right. They scoot over and up. There they go. They scoot over and up. But he brings a lot to the table. Gavin's every bit as big as some of our linemen. And but he's very skilled. You go back to Starkville. He had the huge touchdown on the seam route. He's able to go in there, take a starting defensive end and block out on power. He can. A lot of times we'll pull him to the backside and he'll have to insert himself and go block a linebacker. He's kind of. I kind of look at him like I do, kind of give him the same respect I do a lot of his linemen. Because every play he's usually going head to head with somebody, but he's also talented enough that we can throw him the football, and he's made some big plays just catching it. But like I said, he's in. And again, it goes back to what I'll say about this whole football team. But we talk about his running backs, that unselfishness. That attitude of, the most important thing is for us to score, us to win. And so, they're going to give it up. Aiden Watkins, we talk him a lot about, I know he was mentioned in receivers and sometimes linemen because of tight end. But, we've done some stuff now where we bring Aiden back in there and we're able to run two H-backs. Aiden was our H-back last year. And, with Gavin, we were able to, use him more as a tight end and a spread guy. But, Aiden does a great job of blocking. So it's almost like having two fullbacks back there. And, I go back 2 weeks ago, we were running some stretch stuff and, bringing them as extra blockers. And, these two guys also have the speed that they can start from the backside and get around the backside, the other side of the line to lead blocks. So it's, like I said, it's very impressive. It's fun to watch them play. But, yes, our whole backfield, like I said, we're tremendously lucky to have them.
Up next, we'll preview tonight's opponent, the Bruins of St. Joseph Catholic School. Coach Pickens will tell us what he sees in the film and what he expects the Rebels to face tonight. So don't go anywhere as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
Achoo! Achoo!
Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
Back for one more segment of the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show and our conversation with Rebels head coach Brian Pickens as Leake Academy and St. Joe are about to meet at Thagard Field in Madden. First ever matchup with St. Joe as they are new to MAIS. They've been playing 2A ball in public school, now in MAIS 5A, and they're coached by a name that's famous across Mississippi, especially people who are about my age and Coach Pickens' age, John Bond, famous record-setting quarterback at Mississippi State. And I guess it's fitting, Coach, that he should bring in a ball club that features a dual-threat freshman quarterback. And he's a a big part of the Bruins' success, isn't he?
Oh, he sure is. He's a very talented young man. Does a great job of managing. A lot of times talk about quarterbacks, talk about throwing or running and things like that, but he does a good job of managing the game. And, for him to be that young, and, he makes some great throws down the field. And when I talk about managing, making throws, that means, they run a spread style offense, so he's had to make reads back there. Makes a good read because he'll hit people wide open going down the middle of the field or up the sideline. So very talented young man. Their receiving core, they've got skill guys that can really make their game changer, especially number 15 and number 3. And they do a good job of moving those guys around. A lot of times receivers they stay in one spot. They move them around, shuffle them around, make sure that they're where they want to be to make plays. Now, the other 2 receivers, have got the capabilities of making some big plays themselves. But 3 and 15, those guys, those are their playmakers. They're very skilled. Up front, they're going to be probably one of the bigger lines we've seen. They've got good size up front and got a big running back, and so their run game mainly is a zone style run. So when you try to go back there and defend their pass, they're gonna hit you. They're gonna hit you in the mouth with a lot of inside zone stuff, and they do a good job of mixing it up and keeping you honest throughout the game. Defensively, they're hard nosed. They run a multiple front. It is basically an odd man front. That's probably their standard. Front is an odd man front, but they do a lot of moving around. They'll stem. They'll walk people up. They'll send pressure, front side or back side. So they're multiple. So that's always a challenge when you get a team that's multiple up front like that. It's a big challenge for your offensive linemen. Your offensive linemen have to pay attention the whole night. They really can't, kind of get lulled into, okay, he's going to be here because he may not be there that play. He may stem over to a 5-tech or to a 4-eye or just get in a 4 and slant on you. And they've given people fits with penetration from those 4s. Their secondary is talented. A lot of the receivers do play in the secondary, which means these are guys that are used to catching the ball. So if the ball goes up, they've got good likelihood of making some big plays on it. So it's going to be a very physical match tonight. Like I said, it's a huge district game, both for us and for them too. And so it's like I said, we're going to really be tested both, offensively and defensively. So we just got to go out there and execute tonight and keep that intensity up.
Coach, thanks for joining us, giving us some time during the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show, and we wish you and the Rebels every success tonight in bringing home a homecoming victory for the crowd in Madden. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
All right, well, we'll take one more break, and then we'll come back and get you set for kickoff between Leake Academy and St. Joe as the T&K Farms Wood-Mizer pregame show continues from Boswell Media Sports.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. The things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto. also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his professional team at Carthage Veterinary Clinic appreciate their patients. They treat all animals, large and small, and handle them with top care. Not only do they provide for your sick animals, they groom and board as well. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7:30 till noon. Like them on Facebook. Carthage Veterinary Clinic, Highway 16, Carthage.
Boswell Media Sports.
And we move into the Morris Pharmacy countdown to kickoff from Thagard Field at Leake Academy in Madden. Thanks for watching and listening tonight on the QC Supply video and audio stream. You can find a link to tonight's broadcast at kicks96news.com or cruisin98news.com. And you can also listen to us, of course, on Cruisin 98.3 FM, the Cruisin 98 mobile app, or an audio stream at cruisin98news.com. We've got the Rebels and the Bruins of St. Joseph High School meeting for the first time ever as St. Joe moves into District 2 of MAIS 5A to take on the number 1 ranked Rebels. And we welcome in now our analyst for tonight, Jason Wilcox, back in the booth with us. Jason, good to have you again.
Good to be here.
Well, first ever meeting, so you can't go on what the Bruins and Rebels did in the past. But when you look at some of the things that have been said preseason about St. Joe and some of the things they present on film, it's a little bit of a surprise that they're a 2-4 ball club.
Yeah, they're very skilled. Got a lot of skilled players, led by the quarterback. I think he's a 9th grader, but he think he was held back. I didn't understand the whole situation when he came in, but they got a wide receiver. Very, very dangerous, deep threat. They're going to look to throw the ball deep, push it down the field tonight.
Yeah, Emil Picarella, the freshman quarterback, and he's got in his hip pocket an offer from Oregon.
And that's what I understand.
Already, and a dual-threat quarterback. He should be a real treat to watch and a real challenge for the Rebel defense. We'll say more about some of the keys to the game. In fact, we'll go ahead and throw this teaser out. We've got keys to the game scouting report from none other than Gilbert Barham to share with everybody tonight. So that's something to look forward to before we get to kickoff. Let's go ahead and give you the starting lineups. They're presented, as always, by Prince Oil and the great locations of the junction. Wherever you see that train, just stop and put some gasoline in your tank and get some food and patronize that great business there, all the locations of the junction. Let's get to the starting lineups. Some injuries have changed the look of the starting lineups for the Rebels. We'll start with the offense and start on the offensive line. Carter Walsworth, sophomore at center, 6'1", 295 at left guard. Gunnar Scott, senior, 6'3", 240. Jared Sims, the right guard, 6 tall, 255, a junior. Rope Lovern is at left tackle, senior, 6 tall, 265, and he played last week as well for pretty much the duration of that game, and he did get one of the shirts for InSports Players of the Game that we gave to the offensive line. So good job last week by Rope, and he'll get the start again at left tackle. Big Colton Burns at right tackle, 6'6", 280, a junior. Gavin White will be at the H-back, senior, 6'1", 230. Aiden Watkins at tight end and some at wide out, 6'2", 215, a junior. The wide outs, Levi Brown, senior, 6'1", 175. Riley Myers is a game-time decision. Planning to see him, but we'll see how he does. Had a lower leg injury last week, dealing with some pain, but may be able to go tonight. Junior, 6'3", 210. Jake Brown in the slot a good bit at 6 tall, 150, a junior. Running backs, Cannon Parks, 5'9", 175, a senior. And Whit Welch, you'll also hear his name a lot carrying the ball tonight, 5'11", 180. And Whit and Cannon just sub for each other pretty much freely, don't they?
Yeah, you can't really name a starter. Each one of them, I think, have started games, just kind of run whoever's going at the time. I don't know how they figure out who's going to start and who doesn't, but then as soon as 4 or 5 carries and another break, here he comes.
Could be rock, paper, scissors.
Yeah, and you don't have much drop-off either way.
That's right. And at quarterback, of course, third-year starter, Rhett Atkinson Jr., 6'1", 150 pounds. Rhett has completed 26 of 57 passes for just under 450 yards, 5 touchdowns, 3 interceptions. He's averaging 8 yards per attempt this year. That's the Rebel offense. Specialist Andrew Tate, the long snapper, senior, 5'11", 200 pounds. Seth Martin will be the holder, 5'10", 225 pounds, sophomore. And the talented Cole Arthur, senior, 6'2", 170, the kicker and punter. On the defensive side of the ball, the ends, Gunnar Scott, we mentioned a moment ago, 6'3", 240. Joseph Scott, the other defensive end, senior, 6 foot tall, 290. Rope Lovern will see a lot of time at defensive tackle, 6 tall, 265. We'll also see Jake Adams at nose guard some tonight, 6'2", 185. And we'll also see Gavin White in the rotation at nose guard. Senior, we mentioned him earlier, 6'1", 230 pounds. 3 senior linebackers for L.A. Nick Gamillion in the middle, 5'11", 190. Ethan Dunn and Cade Marble on the outside. Ethan goes 6'3", 205, and Cade Marble 5'10", 185. On the corners, Jackson Freeney, the senior, 6'1", 145, and Jake Brown, the junior, 6 tall, 150. The 2 safeties, Bryce Watkins, the strong safety, 6'1", 160. Riley Myers plays the other safety position, 6'3", 210. If he's not able to go, we might see some Dylan Massey or perhaps some others at safety. That's your Junction starting lineups for the Rebels. St. Joe has taken the field, and the Rebel captains are walking out to meet the Bruin captains. I looked it up. They have been playing football, St. Joe has, since 1948.
Yeah, they, of course, we're in the public school league. I guess this is their first year in?
Yes.
Okay. And, had one of the famous old coaches in Mississippi there at St. Joe, so you've always heard of St. Joe.
That's right. He was there for 35 years, something like that, even longer than Pickens has been here. The 3 captains are Dennison Adams, Gunnar Scott, and Joseph Scott, representing the Rebels. The Rebels in the navy blue helmets with the LA decal on the side, red jerseys, white numerals, white pants, and St. Joe in traveling white jerseys, navy blue helmets, navy blue pants, all trimmed in yellow and white stripes. St. Joe 2-4 overall, lost a tight one last week to Simpson, and they are 1-1 in the division. Leake 5-1 overall, just the one loss to Jackson Academy in week 2, and 2-0, sitting atop the division, half a game ahead of Simpson Academy. Simpson is playing at Park Place tonight, and Lamar is playing at East Rankin. So we've got all division teams matched up against each other tonight, and we'll try to keep up with those scores for you.
Those red uniforms make me mad. I begged for them when I coached over here, and they never would do it. And then I leave, and they get them. I think they look awful good.
They do. Look good under the lights. All right, coin toss has been determined. Now we're getting the announcement. Looks like St. Joe has won the toss, and they're going to defer to the second half. So they'll kick off, and they'll kick off north to south, left to right to the Rebels to start things out here at Thagard Field. Of course, it's homecoming. It's been an exciting week at Leake Academy, and we'll bring you full coverage of the homecoming court presentation as part of our Wendy's halftime report. So you just keep it right here, especially if you're watching on video. We'll have the cameras turned, the mics on, and you can enjoy the presentation of the 2021 homecoming court if you're not able to attend. It's time for our Welch's Forest Products weather and field report. There have been a few showers drift through, but nothing heavy throughout the last day and a half or so, just a little bit of rain here and there. Field looks to be in great shape. Humid night, humidity 83%, and we're 77 degrees as we approach 7 o'clock. Not much wind, just a little east wind, about 3 miles per hour. So we expect a kind of late September, early October kind of night. Humid night as the Rebels take the field from the south end. And we're just about to get your Moore's Pharmacy kickoff underway. Tonight's broadcast powered by Central Electric Power Association. Quickly, let's get to the scouting report from Coach Barham. Talked to Gilbert a couple hours ago. And here's what he said. I didn't tell him I was going to read this, but I bet he wouldn't mind having his opinion shared. He says this, and I quote, "We need to smack them in the mouth early on. If we don't give up anything cheap, if Riley Myers is at least 80% and we don't turn it over, we should be all right. We also need to get pressure on that good quarterback. Good luck and have fun."
Good to hear from Coach. I hope he's doing well, and wish he was here to tell you the truth instead of me.
The Rebels are lined up on the near sideline, and St. Joe was moved to the visitor sideline. And we're about to take a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll have the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. Leake Academy and St. Joseph Catholic School about to kick off. We'll be back in 2 minutes as Leake Academy football continues.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Achoo! Achoo! Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Hello, Rebel fans. It's time for kickoff. Moore's Pharmacy welcomes you to an exciting night of Friday night football. Moore's Pharmacy takes great pride in supporting Leake Academy Rebels, the perfect place to start your weekend. Okay, Rebels, let's kick it off.
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome back to Thagard Field as we get you ready for kickoff between the Leake Academy Rebels and the St. Joseph Bruins. Philip Palmertree and Jason Wilcox here. I think I may have been a little slow getting the volume back up, but glad you didn't go anywhere. Jason, I think this game will come down to a lot of football games come down to is what happens in the trenches tonight, particularly against a team you're not used to seeing, you've never seen before.
That's right. Leake just needs to keep doing what they've been doing all year, which is control the line of scrimmage. And like we said in pregame, St. Joe's going to look to try to throw the ball, move it down the field, which is a little unusual considering their coach. You expect him to come out in the wishbone and run it there like he did when he was in college.
That's right, John Bond in his 4th season.
I picked at Pickens. I asked him to get his autograph when he got off the bus, because we were both kind of, as kids, starstruck. But so, Pickens wants to win that one, if nothing else, for that reason.
The Bruins will kick it off. Just one little note, might as well mention it now in case I forget. St. Joseph, they were the Rebels until the late 1970s.
Well, I didn't know that.
They changed mascots about 40 years ago. A little short pooch kickoff taken at the 25-yard line, coming up the far sideline and getting spilled around the 38-yard line is Bryce Watkins. So the Rebels will set up with football possession at the 38-yard line, and that's where we get going here tonight. That's the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff. First quarter of tonight's game presented by Carthage Veterinary Clinic. Last year the Bruins were 4-7, finished 4th, went out in the first round of the playoffs. Red Atkinson and company on the right hash, high snap, handoff to Cannon Parks. He's got a seam on the left side, gets pulled down by the ankle by Solomon Walker as he gets up to the 45, and a good pickup, nearly 7 on first down.
Yeah, it could have been a bigger play there. Kid caught him just by the shoestring. High snap kind of threw her timing off a little bit right there.
Levi Brown will be out wide to the right, the far side of the field. And then looks like Camden Marble on the near side. Handoff Atkinson goes to Cannon Parks, and he gets stacked up right away, gets spilled at the 46. So it will be 3rd and about 2, maybe 3, 2.5 for the Rebels. 3rd down coming up.
Yeah, Aiden Watkins a little shaken up there. Looks like he favored his ankle. We're going to bring him out.
Gavin White will come in. Jake Brown out. They'll bring in Ben Jackson as well and bring Levi Brown out. So it looks like the Rebels are going to go with a heavy package here. 3rd and about 2.5. Shotgun formation. Parks at the right hip of Atkinson. He will hand it. No, keep it. Get the first down to the 50. Out in the open at the 40. And he's dragged down, spun around at the 35. And taken down there. Big 3rd down gain. That's a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. First down at the 35 for the Rebels.
Yeah, good job there on the read. About fooled us up here, so real good job.
Yep, that's when you know it's good, right? Brandon Taylor spun him around, kept him from getting further downfield, but now the Rebels get into St. Joe territory. Ball at the left hash at the 35, 1st down and 10. Brown split to the left. Snap back to Atkinson. He'll keep it and get hit right at the line of scrimmage and get pulled back from there. So they may, in fact, they'll say no gain on the play. Good job by the interior of the Bruin line. I think that was 52, Reggie Vaughn, making the first hit.
Yeah, he made the big play a while ago for no gain. They're shifting their line pre-snap, trying to confuse the offensive line up front.
Reggie Vaughn's name has been mentioned a lot in preseason and early season.
Yeah. And the linebacker, number 4, D.D. Davis, is a good player too.
So Vaughn is a good-looking athlete out there. 2nd and about 9.5. Atkinson will keep it again, has a seam at the 30, gets hit at the 25, and then pushed back there by Chris Watson, but that's a good gain. That'll get him close to the line to gain for the first down. I think he'll be about a yard short, maybe even less.
A little less than a yard. Again, just the quarterback read right there, reading the.
In fact, time has been called. I think there's either going to be a measurement. The line judge on the far side was motioning for first down. And, the referee comes and eyeballs it, and they are right at the 25-yard line. Another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Yeah, I thought he spotted it on the line, so it had to be a first down.
So back-to-back first downs. Rebels on the march on the opening drive. 9:33 to go, first quarter. Brown and Marble on the left side. Handoff to Parks, and he will get hit low but surge forward and fall up to the 20-yard line, and pick up about 5 on the play. So you'll take 5 yards on first down every time. Noah Chaplin made the tackle. Rebels kind of working that left side early in the game.
Yeah, they see something they like over there. They may be trying to get away from Vaughn.
Parks set to the left of Atkinson. H-back over on the right side. This time they'll work it the other way, but Atkinson keeps it. He's got the first down and more inside the 15. And he's going to be brought down right near the 10-yard line. That's another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down.
Yeah, that's a little read play again. The quarterback doing a good job with pulling guard, coming around, and Watkins coming back in the game.
1st and 10 from the 11. They can get a first down without scoring. From the left hash, 2 wideouts to the short side of the field. Atkinson takes a low snap, will fake it, keeping himself left side. He's at the 5, dodges a defender, but gets pushed sideways and down inside the 5, but there's a flag on the play, Jason.
Yeah, it's kind of in my blind spot over there.
Yeah, pole's in your way. I can barely see it, but I think this one's going to be coming back.
Well, we're walking backwards. But again, coming back with the quarterback read play there, and just got that working so far.
Yep, this is just a very basic bread and butter kind of play for the LA offense.
Yeah, until they stop it. They're not going to quit running it.
Holding the call against Leake. So we'll replay first down, but move it back to the 21-yard line. Remind you, Diz Fit is the official wellness sponsor of Rebel football. Clock winding under 8.5 minutes to play first quarter. No score. Rebels on their opening drive. Atkinson will keep it. He gets hit from each side as he gets across the 20 down about the 16-yard line.
Still a good gain on that play. Just pushed back, starting further behind the sticks there, but good play after the penalty.
Linebacker J.P. Hornback put him down. Nose of the ball right on the 15-yard line, so that's 2nd and 15.
That's what I was thinking.
Rebels up to the line of scrimmage. They'll have Watkins split out wide to the right. Jake Brown in the slot, 4 wideouts, looking to throw, now tucking it under, straight ahead, running and getting a few yards as Atkinson on the keeper before Vaughn hopped on his back and brought him down around the 12-yard line. That'll bring up 3rd and 11.
Yeah, I tried to run the 4 verticals on the right. I couldn't see you. It's in my blind spot on the left, but just their man coverage, had everybody covered up, so he just pulled it down, got what he could get.
Brown and Marble split to the left. Jake Brown and Aiden Watkins to the right. So again, that spread set, wide receivers 2 by 2. Parks the running back, shifts over to the left side, 10 on the play clock, plenty of time. Atkinson claps, will keep it himself on the fake, and then he'll get inside the 10 but be taken off his feet there, and that will bring up 4th down from about the 8-yard line, and the field goal unit will come out.
Yeah, the penalty hurt you right there because you'd gotten it down inside the 5 and just pushed you back behind the sticks and still getting yards off a little quarterback read play, but you can't do it when you're 10 yards behind the sticks.
This will be a 25-yard field goal attempt for Cole Arthur. Cole Arthur officially 1 for 3 in field goals on the season. Snap back, hold down, kick up, away, and it's good. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to go first quarter. Rebels strike first with a 3. They're up on St. Joe 3-0. We'll be back after this break with the Rebel kickoff as Leake Academy football continues from Boswell Media Sports.
Kenny and James Grill, where friends meet to eat, have an adult beverage, and have fun.
Enjoy their daily lunch special Tuesday through Saturday. Friday night, get ready to watch the best local football in town via live stream while you enjoy your favorite dinner with your favorite friends. And Saturday night, do it all over again with live entertainment for some serious excitement.
Kenny James Grill is the happening place to go, weekdays or weeknights.
Check them out.
KennyJamesGrill.com. Kenny James Grill, where friends meet to eat. Court Square, Carthage.
Buyers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with a new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Buyers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Buyers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cole Arthur hits the Morris Pharmacy kickoff about 2 yards deep in the end zone. Touchback. St. Joe will start at their own 20. Rebels lead it 3-0. That drive went 52 yards, 11 plays, ended with a 25-yard field goal from Cole Arthur. 3-0 Rebels.
Cole continued to make it boring on the kickoffs, that's what you want.
Yep. Want the opponent to start at the 20 every time. We really saw the value of that last week in terms of just tilting field position in your way throughout the evening. Picarella with 5 wideouts in the formation brings his troops to the line on first down at the 20. They're going to get it out quickly. Pass caught behind the line of scrimmage, but just getting up past the 20 is the receiver, Chris Watson.
Yeah, that's their main man. Just got him in the slot, tried to get him one-on-one, let him get in open space, miss a tackle. Good job by Leake Academy making the tackle.
Looked like Nick Gamillion and Ethan Dunn getting after him. So gain of about maybe half a yard. We'll call it no gain, 2nd and 10. Same formation, empty set. Picarella high snap, throws it out to the left this time. Caught, getting past the tackler's Carter Walker. He's up the left sideline, and it looks like he is gone off to the races. Carter Walker with an 80-yard touchdown and a big lightning strike from the Bruins here in the first quarter.
Yeah, similar to the play they ran that way, ran it back to the backside. Again, you got to make the tackle in the open field. You got a good athlete, get him the ball, and just try to make somebody miss, and that's what they did. Then he got a good block out there by the split end.
Yeah, got a block at about the 35-yard line or so, and then that's when he popped it into overdrive and got out to the end zone. So just 2 plays, 80 yards for St. Joe.
Just an athlete play. Just raise up, throw it to him, and let him make a play.
So we don't have a roster with any positions on it, so we kind of have to look and figure out who the kickers are. I think that's Keith Leisure, I think is the
12.
Pronunciation, number 12, and he's good on the point after. 5:38 to go. St. Joe with a big 80-yard touchdown takes the lead 7-3. We'll be back after this with a Moore's Pharmacy kickoff.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Boswell Media Sports.
Philip Palmertree, Jason Wilcox with you at Thagard Field as St. Joe will kick it off after a big play touchdown. They lead it 7-3, 5 minutes, 38 seconds to play in the first quarter.
Yeah, that wasn't getting out schemed right there. So getting out athleted. They just raise up, throw it out there. Got to be able to make the tackle. And
Levi Brown and Jackson Freeney are deep, but the ball will be squibbed up to the 30-yard line, picked up again by Bryce Watkins, and he is hit and spilled at about the 40-yard line.
Marking about the 42.
42. So another good starting spot for the Rebels.
Well, 41.
Ball on the right hash. Cannon Parks back in at running back. The Rebels will set up again. They got down inside the 10, but ended up having to kick a field goal on their opening drive. Both teams have scored. Start out the ball game. Atkinson will hand it to Parks. He's got a seam, sidesteps a defender, and then gets tossed down at about the 46, 47-yard line. Ball came out. Gavin White hopped on it at the 50. But
he was down.
He is marked down. Ball came out when his elbow hit the ground at the 47-yard line, and that's a good 6-yard pickup on first down.
Yeah, it looked like the wind knocked at him a little bit when he landed on his back there, and the ball just kind of came flying out.
Whit Welch comes into the game at running back. Charlie Brantley split out wide to the right. Levi Brown wide to the left. They'll run to the right side. Whit Welch gets hit, still moves forward, gets a couple of extra yards after Day-Day Davis grabbed him, and he leans about a step into Bruin territory just past the 50, and it'll be 3rd and a yard. Third and very short here for L.A. They've got Aiden Watkins and Gavin White lined up on the left side of the offensive line with wideouts to each side. Keeper from Atkinson. He's got room to run. 45. Gets behind a block and then slides in short of the 35-yard line. So he goes from the 50 down to the 36. Pick up a 14 in the Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. First down.
Yeah, again, just on a little read play. They've had that all night. And they hadn't really stopped us. We just kind of stopped ourselves while they go with the penalty.
Brown will go out wide left. Brantley wide right. Rebels will huddle up. Come to the line of scrimmage. Plenty of time on the play clock. Ball at the left hash at the St. Joe 36. Handoff Welch. He will go off the right side of the line and reach the 30. Get dropped right there. So that's a pickup of 6 on first down.
Leake's doing a good job again up front. That's some big guys they got up there on the defensive line, but they're opening up the holes.
Running behind Jared Sims and Colton Burns on that play. And also Gavin White and Aiden Watkins over there. That right side as well. Handoff goes in that direction again. Lowering his head, pulling forward is Welch. Close to the first down. I think he's going to be a yard short. Looks like he's about the 27. Yeah, we'll be 3rd and about a yard and a half. Getting in, making the stop there was Demariat Davis.
The refs aren't lining themselves up too much, the linesmen aren't, so it's kind of hard to tell which one they're going to spot off of.
3rd and 1.5. Parks with the handoff to the 20, 15, gets outside the numbers, and he's brought down inside the 10-yard line. Brandon Taylor made the tackle. The Rebels are set up 1st and goal. Good run by Parks. Good job sealing it off at the edge.
Yeah, again, just a big hole, and he hit it hard like you want him to, kicked it outside.
Rebels set up 1st and goal. Clock under 3 minutes, 5 seconds to go first quarter. Handoff Parks, left side, picking his way through, and that's 6 for the Rebels. Cannon Parks in from the 7 with the score, and the Rebels have retaken the lead.
Good job again by the offensive line. They're really handling the defensive line of St. Joe's very well.
Cannon Parks just followed the blocks and went in standing up in the north end zone. Cole Arthur will come to kick the extra point. Rebel touchdowns presented by Carthage Senior Care.
Yeah, similar to Union, they're big up front, but Leake doesn't seem to have a lot of trouble handling the physical nature of it. It's not hurting them at all.
Point after attempt, up, away, good. 2:58 to go first quarter. Rebels 10, St. Joe nothing. Back in 60 on Boswell Media Sports.
Wendy's only makes one kind of breakfast, your new favorite one. How do we do it? With fresh cracked eggs, oven-baked bacon, and flaky croissants. You know, the things your old breakfast wasn't doing. So toss that old news and its soggy eggs somewhere useful. And get to Wendy's, where the sausage, egg, and Swiss croissant, bacon, egg, and Swiss croissant, and honey butter chicken biscuit are just 2 for $4. Choose wisely. Choose Wendy's 2 for $4.
Limited time only. Single item at regular price. Price and participation may vary at U.S. Wendy's.
He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Leake Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi: Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Boswell Media Sports.
A line drive kickoff from Cole Arthur will hit at the 5 and go off a Bruin return man and into the end zone, so they'll bring it out to the 20. Rebels 10 and St. Joe 7. 2:56 to play in the first quarter. That drive, 7 plays, 59 yards, a 7-yard run from Cannon Parks. That's Cannon's 8th touchdown of this 2021 season, and that's performance therapy reset. 2 backs will be lined up alongside Picarella on first down for St. Joe on their second drive of the ball game at the 20. Wide out to each side. Take the snap. Hand it off to Walker. Solomon Walker will get some daylight along the left hash, get about 7 on first down. Safety came up to make the tackle. Riley Myers, good to call his name tonight. He got hurt late in the second quarter last week, but is out there. Got some extra wrap on his lower right leg. 2nd and 3 for the Bruins from the left hash. Same formation. Handoff again to Walker, and he is smacked in the backfield. Looked like Luke Jackson getting back there, making the hit and the tackle for loss. Jake Adams.
That was going to be Adams.
Yep, sorry, Jake Adams. Yeah, Jake Adams making the tackle, excuse me. Jake and a defensive tackle. Rope Lovern comes off the field, and Gavin White in for him. The Rebels are going to try to rotate on the interior of that line. 3rd down and about 6. Ball back inside the 25-yard line. They've got to get right to the 30. 3rd and 6. Running backs on either side of Picarella. They'll hand it off up the middle and stacked up. Nowhere to go at the 25 is the other running back. He is stopped. Again, Jake Adams and Nick Gamillion getting in there to make the tackle after a gain of just 1.
Yeah, good job there, just stoning the offensive line, taking care of all the gaps, had nowhere to run.
Day Davis making the tackle. Making the run, but could pick up only 1. So back to punt is Leisure. 2 Rebels back to return. Kick will hit in Rebel territory at the 46 and take a bounce as Jake Brown and Whit Welch get out of there and let it roll down toward the 36-yard line, maybe the 35, and that's where the Rebels will start, leading 10-7 with 52 seconds to go first quarter.
You mentioned Riley a while ago on defense. Talking to the coaches pregame down the field, they were going to try to see how he went tonight, and we're going to mainly just try to use him on defense if he could go.
Ball at the 36 to start this third Leake Academy possession of the night. They lead it by 3. Play clock has not started yet. I'm not sure what the officials are trying to square up here, but now they finally started. Rebels will have 3 wideouts in the formation, 2 to the left, 1 to the right. Parks the running back. Handoff to Parks, straight up the gut. He's hit hard at the 38 and put down right there. Pickup of 2 on first down. Looked like Hornback on the tackle. In fact, they'll give him almost 3. We'll call it 2nd and 7 now. Wide receiver to each side. H-back and tight end stacked over on the right. Handoff Parks. He'll go where the blockers are, but he'll be stopped right away by Robert Clark, the junior defensive lineman, right at the 40, and that will leave the Rebels with 3rd down and 5.5, maybe 6.
Yeah, St. Joe made a couple adjustments on the defensive line. They bringing more people up, kind of just going to take a gamble and let it go deep if they want to go deep.
That's the horn that ends the first quarter. We played 12 minutes. Leake Academy 10 and St. Joe 7 in an MAIS District 2 5A game. We'll be back with the start of the second quarter after this on Boswell Media Sports.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no 2 people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
Achoo! Achoo! Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Boswell Media Sports.
On 3rd and 5, Rebels throw a little screen back to the inside to Levi Brown. He breaks 1 tackle, trying to get to the 45, which is where he needs to get for the first down, but the Bruins stop him short, about 2 yards short of the sticks.
Yeah,
so it'll be 4th and 2.
Yeah, he was lucky to get some yards there. Good individual effort to get the yards.
Solomon Walker ran him down. Rebels come to the line quickly, going forward on 4th and 2. They need to get just past the 45. Pistol set, hard count.
I think we jumped a wide receiver out here, flinched.
So the Rebels will move back 5 yards, and Coach Brian Pickens will say, punt unit, get out there. So false start on 4th down hurts the Rebels. And Coach Brian Pickens not willing to roll the dice on 4th and 7. So Cole Arthur and the punt unit will come out. Ball's put back at the 38-yard line. 2 receivers back for St. Joe, Carter Walker and Chris Watson. Those were 2 players that Coach Brian Pickens said in the South Group Cox Coaches Show were players who they're going to need to key on. One of them's already scored a big touchdown tonight. Booming punt inside the 30, hits at the 25 and will roll inside the 20. Looks like it'll be down to around the 19 on the far side. And again, bad field position for St. Joe.
Yeah, good job by Cole. A lot of hang time on that one. Gave us time to get down there with no chance of returning.
I count that as about 43 yards, I think, on that. 31 plus
43 on that kick, and that'll work. So St. Joe takes over here in the early part of the second quarter. We're barely a minute deep in second quarter, presented by Carthage Collision Center. Got John Alden Crosby on the camera. We've got Scott Carr helping us with stats. Glad to have you with us. Ball on the right hash for Picarella. He'll have an empty set again as they ran on the first series of the game. He'll take the snap, step back to throw, has time, has a man on a little inside corner route in the incomplete, though, intended for Carter Walker at about the 35.
Yeah, he flashed open a little bit early, but Leake had that actually pretty well covered, because if he'd have thrown it where he needed to, Leake could have batted it down or maybe he picked it off.
Riley Myers close by there. 2nd and 10. St. Joseph. 11-11 to play in the second quarter. Rebels 10, Bruins 7. St. Joe will come to the line of scrimmage. Lots of time on the play clock. 3 split out to the right, 2 to the left. Picarella throwing on second down, coming up the left side and turning around, but not getting anywhere near it was the intended receiver, Chris Watson, and you got to credit Jackson Freeney with some tight coverage.
Yeah, it looked like maybe a little miscommunication. It looked like he wanted to throw the fade route, and the receiver was running more of the seam route.
3rd and 10. So St. Joe trying to loosen up the Rebel defense, trying to see if they can throw it outside the numbers. First series, they threw 2 quick passes out behind the line of scrimmage, and one of them broke for an 80-yard touchdown. 3rd and 10. Picarella with a back set to his right hip. Takes a high snap. Pressure coming. He drifts left, throws it too tall for Walker, incomplete. Right along the line to gain, and there was Freeney in coverage again.
Yeah, good job. You can credit that with the defensive line, getting the pressure on him right there, making him throw the ball where he didn't want to throw it.
Yeah, made him drift over to the left, and he did not set his feet, get it where he wanted it to go. So 4th down, 3 incompletions, and now Leisure will be back to punt. Jake Brown and Whit Welch stand right about midfield. High snap. He had to go back a couple of yards to get it, but no rush coming, and a low kick will be taken by Brown at midfield. He'll come to the middle, now break it out to the right, and go down at the 46-yard line. Good coverage by St. Joe there. Chris Watson making the tackle. We've already called Chris Watson's name quite a bit tonight.
Yeah, and a good job. We flipped the field like we talked about a while ago with Cole's punt down, punted them down in their red zone area, and then they don't quite get as good a punt. Of course, had the high snap, so he's lucky to get it out of there.
Rebels in with a good situation here at the 46-yard line in St. Joe territory, leading 10-7, 10:45 to play before halftime. Here in this second quarter, presented by Carthage Collision Center. Handoff up the middle. Cannon Parks, he'll pick up just 1 before things will break down around him. The hole never really opened up, and big Kamarius Hudson just brought him straight to the ground after a 1-yard gain.
Yeah, they don't have a weight listed. That's a big kid, and the coaches are talking about for the game, he's going to be a load to move off that nose guard spot right there.
Yep, he was right there in the gap. Stopped Cannon Parks, 2nd and 9. Wide receivers split out to each side of the formation. Tight end and H-back to the left. Cannon Parks, nope, it's going to be Atkinson keeping it, but he gets tripped up coming to the line of scrimmage. And good penetration by Day-Day Davis. Stopped that play on the option read for no gain.
Yeah, that's their other big defensive player we talked about in the pregame. And just 5-man front, brought him on a blitz right there.
Rebels with 3rd and long from the Bruin 45. Atkinson looks into the near sideline. They've got 2 wide receivers split to each side. Parks the running back on the right. Atkinson will drop back to throw. Throws it over the middle. Watkins open, but he can't reel it in. Ball thrown just a little bit high and behind him. And good job by Watson again there in coverage to kind of put some contact on him as he tried to pull in the ball. Incomplete.
Yeah, he broke free there, the little Y cross play. In over the linebackers, under the safety, and ball was there, just got to make the catch.
Rebels will punt at the 45. Looked like they were set up really, really well there, and they get just 1 yard on 3 plays. Arthur will punt it away, drop the nose of the ball, send it booming. Fair catch made at about the 16, 17-yard line. So, again, inside the 20 has been the starting field position for every possession so far for the Bruins.
Yeah, still making them drive the whole field. And like I said, just the big plays, all they've hurt you with. You got to be real proud if you're the coaching staff at Leake of how you played defensively other than that one play.
We'll remind you, DizFit is the official wellness sponsor of Rebel football. Leake 10, St. Joe 7. First and 10 for St. Joe. We're getting some roster corrections. Picarella takes the snap, going to throw it over the middle, complete. Good for a first down up to the 25-yard line. Walker on the receiving end of the pass, and Bryce Watkins put him down immediately, but he got open, got good enough yardage for a first down at the 25.
Yeah, it's over there in my blind spot. Couldn't tell the concept they ran, but it was the crossing pattern, a little dig route, good throw.
First and 10, Bruins. Clock will wind down toward 9 minutes to play before halftime. 2x2 wide receivers. Walker, the running back, to the left hip of Picarella, who will throw on first down. Over the middle, same play, but no completion there. Bryce Watkins got there right at the same time as the ball did, and he hit Carter Walker hard, and the crowd likes it.
Good job right there, getting there after the ball instead of before the ball.
Second and 10. And there is a flag. It's going to be a hold against the Bruins. I imagine that call will be assessed to be a take that. Yeah, moving back 10, make it first and 20. The officials will walk it back to the 15-yard line. 8:53. We'll remind you, homecoming presentations tonight, and we'll have our Boswell Media Sports cameras turned toward the homecoming court presentation. We'll have the mics on. I will not be talking over the top of it, and you'll get to enjoy it all coming up during our Wendy's halftime report. First and 20 for St. Joe from the 15. 2 wide outs to each side. Picarella, clap, take a high snap. Roll to his right, being chased, throws it. Pass caught at about the 23-yard line, leaning forward up there to take it near the sticks as Walker. They pick up 9, maybe 10 on that play and bring up second down.
Yeah, good little concept there, a little in and out, a little 5-yard out of the slot, 15-yard in route from the.
That's second and 10, about 10 and a half. Making the tackle out there was, I think, 41, Dylan Jones. Again, 2 wide receivers to each side. Picarella trying to get his call in from the sideline. Things a little slow. They have been usually quite efficient at getting plays called and formations set up. With 4 on the play clock, he'll take the snap, and they tried to throw a little screen, and it got knocked down right at the line of scrimmage. Gunnar Scott making the play.
Yeah, good job by Leake right there in the little middle screen. They didn't give it time to develop. Just a perfect defense against it.
Third down and 10 plus. Call it 10, right at the 25-yard line. They need to get to the 35 for the first down. 7:59 to play in the second quarter. Leake leads at 10-7. Picarella on third down. Will throw it quickly, and his receiver fell down at about the 37-yard line. I think he wanted Watson out there, and Jake Brown was there in coverage, but receiver slipped.
Yeah, I can't tell if he'd have caught it or not. A little fortunate for Leake, though, that he did, because he would have been open. I don't know where the throw would have been, but just a little hinge route right past sticks.
Back to punt is Jake Ramsey. We have that correction now on our roster. He's the punter and the kicker. He will get the punt away. Jake Brown will take it at the Rebel 47. Come to the right. Now cut back up to the middle and get to the 40-yard line. Good return as he's brought down by Cole Spivey. The Rebels at the St. Joe 40. Time to get that ball moving again, Jason.
Yeah, we just kind of gained 5 yards off these punts, the last 2 punts. So steadily going down the field just by punting the ball back and forth to each other. I look for them to go back to the read play. It was working so good earlier.
Thanks for joining us tonight on the video and audio feed presented by QC Supply. Timeout called. Rebels will take timeout with 7:42 to go, and we'll take it with them back in 60 as Rebel football continues.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
Leake on 1st and 10. Handoff to Parks, who breaks past a defender, a tackler at the 35, gets inside the 30, and that will be a gain of about 11, and Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Straight ahead. Good job breaking tackles by the senior running back, Cannon Parks, who has a touchdown tonight. Rebels lead at 10-7. Under 7.5 to play in the second quarter. Handoff again. Parks straight ahead. David Nguyen will wrap him up, but not before he gets to the 25, and a gain of about 3 yards.
Leake's changing it up a little bit, just going a straight zone run play right there, trying to stop some of that shifting up front.
Atkinson looks into the near sideline for the signals. Be 2 wide out, split to each side. Second, and they'll say, we'll call it 7. Ball at the 25-yard line. Atkinson takes the snap, keep it himself. Cuts inside, stays on his feet past the 20, tripped up as he gets in the middle of the field at about the 15. That's another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, that's back the old religion play, I call it there. We used to run a lot of the tag play with the quarterback right there. You pull the guard and tackle backside, kind of like the old famous Washington Redskins counter trade play.
Yep. Shout out to Joe Gibbs there, whose teams ran that effectively in the NFL. 2-by-2 wideouts, shotgun formation. Atkinson will throw under pressure, and he stumbles as he tried to extend the play out to the right side. Credit Reggie Vaughn with the sack, though he really just kind of got a hand on Atkinson's ankle, and that was about it.
Yeah, that Vaughn guy's give us some trouble, especially when he can play in space and just get after the quarterback.
Sometimes, Jason, it might not be a bad plan to run straight at somebody like that, because at least he's not chasing you with that speed.
Either run at him, or if you can't block him, you try to read him.
So loss back to the 23-yard line.
I think we got a timeout.
And we got another timeout. We'll keep it here. I need to give a shout-out here. We need to give a shout-out to my old neighbor across the street, Coach Mark Gerard, St. Joe alum from the 80s. Was a great offensive lineman for them. I think he wore number 61, and now he's on the faculty at St. Joe. And he told me he'd be tuning into the broadcast tonight. So my old football in the front yard neighbor, Mark Gerard, shout out to you. Glad you're tuning in tonight. He and his brother and sister graduated from St. Joe. Old Garden Park neighborhood in South Jackson.
Now, where was that located? What street?
That's
were you
near Catalina Circle, right over near Wingfield High School.
Okay.
That's some directional help. 5:57 to go in the quarter. Timeout. Rebels have spent their second one. And they'll face second and long. Ball at the 23-yard line. Looks like they need to get, it's like 2nd and 18. Will shift on the defensive line. Handoff Parks, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage. Big Robert Clark making the play. His helmet came off, so he'll head to the sidelines. Have to get a sub in for him, but the Rebels have a big problem. They've got 3rd and long, no gain on the play.
Yeah, it's down their spot. I can't see. I couldn't really tell if we missed a block or whether we just missed an assignment or.
Yeah, I think that shift bought them that opportunity. 3 down linemen. And we were not able to get Clark blocked. 3rd and long. Atkinson will throw. Good protection this time. Throws it over the middle. Has a man short of the sticks. Jake Brown goes sliding into the middle of the field to make the catch. Excuse me. Yeah, it was Jake Brown.
Yeah, good
slides
catch.
in at about the 10, and that will set the Rebels up with 4th and 5, and Cole Arthur and company will come out. The Rebels will try to extend the lead via a field goal.
Good catch right there.
Yeah. That was a hard throw off the arm of Atkinson. Brown had to adjust and slide in to get it. So right from the middle of the field, field goal attempt should be, it'll be 27 yards. Snap, hold, kick, up, away, kick is good. Arthur 2 for 2, 4:38 to go before half. Rebels 13 and Bruins 7. Back in 60 with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff.
West Side Body Shop says, let's face it, stuff happens. And when it does, they can take care of damage as small as a chip in your windshield all the way up to full collision services. Insurance claims are always welcome too. Just be sure your first stop is West Side Body Shop in Philadelphia. They also specialize in truck accessories, including toolboxes, visors, Nerf bars, and winches. They make your ride look cool. West Side Body Shop, just off Beacon Street on Waterview Lane, right behind the Huddle House in Philadelphia.
T&K Farms Wood-Mizer is Mississippi's Wood-Mizer sawmill equipment dealership. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer sells the complete Wood-Mizer equipment line, from small personal sawmills to the industrial equipment lineup. T&K Farms stocks parts and has experienced factory-trained service technicians with both in-shop and mobile service available. See T&K Farms Wood-Mizer to start your sawmill business today. Credit cards are accepted for all services. Like them on Facebook. T&K Farms Wood-Mizer, just off Highway 25 at 1128 Liberty Road, Louisville, 662-803-4332.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cole Arthur with a Moore's Pharmacy kickoff goes about 6 yards deep into the end zone. And St. Joe will take over again at their 20. Leake leads 13-7 with 4:38 to go in the second quarter. The performance therapy reset on that drive. 7 plays, 40 yards, ended with a 27-yard field goal from Cole Arthur. He's 2 for 2 on field goals. The Rebels extend the lead to 6. Second game of a 3-game homestand for the Rebels. East Rankin comes in next week to Thagard Field for the final regular season home game. The Rebels will play weeks 9 and 10 on the road. Picarella will have 2x2 wide receivers and a running back on his right hip. Hand it to him, running straight ahead with a first down to the second level, 35-40, and finally brought down there by Bryce Watkins and Riley Myers. Good burst of speed from Demariat Davis.
Yeah, it's the first time they've been able to find a hole on us tonight, and he hit it hard.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line, gain of 21 by Davis. Same formation. Picarella looks into the sideline. Looks at the Leake 4-man defensive front and will move Davis over on his left hip. Shotgun snap, handoff Davis straight ahead. He won't find quite as much room to run this time. He'll get about 3 up to the 44-yard line, and about 3 Rebels got him, led by Ethan Dunn and Nick Chameleon. We'll give Gavin White an assist on that one too.
St. Joe got a luxury of skill players. I don't know how many running backs they've handed the ball to tonight, but it's 2 or 3 different ones.
Yeah, they've just brought in, I think that's Walker again. Same formation. They'll roll Picarella out to the right, throw into the sidelines right at the sticks, pass caught at midfield, and nice second effort leaning forward to get the first down, I think, is Cole Spivey.
Yeah, they gave it to him. Again, just a fade out.
And
they've had a little success with the out route there.
Jake Brown got on him real quick, but not before he lunged forward for the first down to the 48-yard line in Rebel territory. Under 3.5 minutes to go in the half. Rebels lead 13-7. Back-to-back first downs now for the Bruins. From the right hash, Picarella drop back to throw, but flags come in. It will be a legal procedure against St. Joseph. Pre-snap penalty will move them back 5 yards. Back into their own territory at the 47.
Well, they hadn't marked it off there now. Now he's going to mark it off.
It was false start against St. Joe. 3:05 to play. They'll set up now on 1st and 15. Picarella will throw on first down. Over the middle pass. Couldn't hold on to it. Wide receiver Carter Walker reached up and got it as Bryce Watkins was on him right away, but he could not keep possession of the ball, so it's incomplete.
Yeah, again, it's that little skinny slant that they hit on us a while ago, but the last 2 times they've tried it, we've been right there as the ball got there and broke it up.
2nd and 15. And the officials had mistakenly put the ball at the original line of scrimmage instead of where the down marker is. Now they've corrected that. 2 wide receivers to each side. That's been the basic formation on this series for the Bruins. Handoff goes to Solomon Walker, and he will not find much. He will not get to the 50. Stopped after a gain of 2 at the 49. Like Jake Adams and Nick Gamillion, Ethan Dunn, all
Dunn
forming a wall there.
Dunn made a good play right there. Fought through the traffic and got in to make the tackle.
3rd down and long. When the ball snapped, it'll be down near 2 minutes to play in the second quarter. 4 wideouts in the formation. Picarella, Rebel showing some pressure up the middle. Nick Gamillion now backs out, now comes after the quarterback. They'll chase Picarella from the pocket. Now he's going to run, and he will not get much. He'll just run out of real estate on the far side, have to go into the sideline right about the point of the original line of scrimmage at about the 48-yard line, 4th and 10. So a pickup of 3 for Picarella.
Leake came to the middle linebacker on the A-gap blitz right there, and I guess he didn't want him to see if it was going to work or not. He just took off to the right.
I think that was Ethan Dunn chasing him out of bounds. So the punter will come out. Ramsey will kick it away. 1:57 on the clock.
Big stop there.
Yes. Looked like St. Joe had a little momentum going, but the Rebel defense and a penalty put a halt to all that. Jake Brown back at the 20-yard line to await the kick from Ramsey. He will kick it. Kick a end-over-end low kick. It'll hit inside the 30, but take a really nice bounce down near the 15. And right in that neighborhood, 15, 16-yard line, the Bruins will down it. Rebels will take over with 1:46 to go in the second quarter. Second quarter presented by Carthage Collision Center, Leake Academy 13, St. Joe 7.
I know Leake would like to try to go some points, but I don't look for him to do anything outrageous right here. Just going to probably try to see if they can pop a run on them right quick.
Charlie Brantley and Levi Brown will split out to the left. Aiden Watkins out to the right. Cannon Parks in the backfield with Rhett Atkinson. He will take a low snap. Flag comes out, handoff to Parks, who gets hit right as he gets to the line of scrimmage, but the Rebels will be penalized 5 yards for a false start.
Yeah, it looked like one of our linemen flinched there. That shift is giving them a little bit of problem. Those pull offensive linemen, they got to figure out who to block, when the ball snapped, everything else. So
put the ball back at the 11-yard line. And The Rebels will have it. I know with the 6, is it the 6 or the 11? I think it should be the 11. Yeah, the 11-yard line after the penalty.
Yeah, all that pre-snap movement, you don't see a lot of that at this level.
1st and 15, all on the right hash. Same formation. They'll hand it this time. Whit Welch gets it, but Vaughn wraps him up right away as he hit the line of scrimmage. Good play by the St. Joe defensive front.
Well, you got to be impressed with that kid. He's been all over the field tonight, and they list him as a freshman.
Yeah,
good-looking freshman I've ever seen.
Gain of just 1. That's right. He does not. That's not the body of a high school freshman.
No, it's not.
Clock winding under 1:17 to go. Rebels not moving in a hurry here on 2nd and 14. 2 wideouts to the left. Low snap. Keeper from Atkinson left side. He's got some good yardage up across the 20, near the 25 before he's finally spilled. Maybe just about 2 yards short of the first down, Jason.
Yeah, I kind of thought maybe St. Joe would take a timeout right there, but looks like they're going to be content to let Leake run. Of course, Leake's showing they're going to go for it. Probably going with a hard count right here. Oh, it's 3rd down.
Still 3rd down,
I'm sorry,
with the penalty. So 3rd and short. 3rd down 2. Got to get it up to the 26. Snapped quickly. Keeper Atkinson, he's got the first down. Taken down at the 29-yard line by Solomon Walker. First down for Leake.
Now Leake's got a decision to make, whether they want to go fast or just be content with what the lead going in at the half.
The Rebels have just 1 timeout in their pockets with 36 seconds to go. Clock starts again now. Rebels at their own 29-yard line. Looks like the Rebels are not going to try to mash the accelerator too hard here. Will be a handoff to Welch. He goes up the left seam and will get 7 on first down.
Yeah. Excuse me.
Go ahead.
Brett looked like he was just a little bit walking. Ginger's probably wondering whether they're going to call a timeout now. I think look at him more than anything, but he's limping a little bit.
10 seconds left on the clock. We won't take a timeout here since we've got halftime coming up. Remember, we will, during our Wendy's halftime report, try to give you wall-to-wall coverage of the homecoming presentation during halftime here at Thagard Field.
Yeah, they are looking down at his foot there. I thought after that he made that run, he got up a little ginger. Maybe why they didn't call the timeout, and they just didn't figure maybe take a chance with him if he was hurt worse than he was.
Trainer out there looking. Brett Atkinson not on the ground or anything, just standing. Everything looks okay.
Yeah, that's actually one of the coaches. I think Coach Harkins out there, or Myers one, and because David Jones still on the sideline who does the training. So it must not be anything too major.
That told me it was not as serious as I feared it was. It's been an interesting first half. Rebels got a field goal on their opening drive, then St. Joe on their second offensive play threw a little short pass out in the left flat and turned it into an 80-yard catch and run for 6. And the Rebels answered with a touchdown of their own on the next drive. Going 59 yards in 7 plays. Cannon Parks ran it in from the 7. 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. The Rebels will put 2 men out to the right. And some wide receivers. And Atkinson will, on play action, will throw it. Jake Brown was open in the middle of the field, but the ball was thrown out a little far in front of him. Noah Chaplin was in deep coverage as St. Joe had 3 safeties over the top.
Yeah, it would have been a pretty good completion, but I don't think it was going to go much anywhere. Rhett got just a little brushed himself just a little bit right there. Didn't set his feet and got a little off target.
6 seconds to go now. 3rd down officially. 3rd and 3. Maybe even just 2.5. From the left hash. Handoff. Welch, first down picked up. He stays on his feet, crosses the 45, and gets hit hard from behind by Vaughn. And that will end the half. Leake Academy 13, St. Joseph Catholic 7 at the half. So we'll take a quick break, and when we come back, it's going to be homecoming. And, of course, Jason and I will talk about first half. We'll take a short break, and we'll be back. Don't go anywhere as Rebel football continues.
Dr. Brooke Bobo and his professional team at Carthage Veterinary Clinic appreciate their patients. They treat all animals, large and small, and handle them with top care. Not only do they provide for your sick animals, they groom and board as well. Open Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, and Friday, 7:30 to 5:30. Wednesdays and Saturdays, 7:30 till noon. Like them on Facebook. Carthage Veterinary Clinic, Highway 16, Carthage.
You bought lumber and you're ready to start digging post holes for that new fence, but not so fast. Do you know where your underground utilities are located? Central Electric Power Association urges you to call 811 for a free marking of underground electric lines and other utilities. Making the call before you dig can prevent a serious or fatal injury, plus it's the law in Mississippi. And please work safely around power lines. Central Electric Power Association, serving you since 1937. This institution is an equal opportunity provider and employer.
Boswell.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Can't you just taste that seasoned, hot, juicy char-grilled to perfection steak? Yeah! I bet you're already on your way to Lee's Steakhouse. Of course, the menu is available with plenty of tasty choices, from fried crawfish tails to shrimp and grits, and house desserts to top it off. Open every Thursday, 4:30 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday, 4:30 to 9. Lee's Steakhouse, voted top 5 Mississippi's best steak. Highway 21, just south of Sebastopol.
Time to ride, boys. South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage. For the ones you love the most who need extra attention in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. A personal plan is created for each patient to provide for their individual needs. The atmosphere is reflective of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage has services and amenities that will make everyone feel right at home. Follow them on Facebook, Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage.
Are you?
And we bring you back to Thagard Field as the Wendy's halftime report gets underway. And, of course, it's a special Wendy's halftime report because it's homecoming. Stick the headset out the window and let you catch the sounds and the sights of 2021 homecoming at Leake Academy. The Rebels lead it on the football field 13-7 at the break. A little bit later, Jason and I will be back to recap the first half, talk about stats, and get you ready for the second half. But right now, we'll turn you over to coverage of Leake Academy homecoming here at halftime 2021.
plans to attend Mississippi State University to pursue a degree in physical therapy. Anna Morgan is being escorted this evening by her father, Dan Young. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Anna Morgan Young. Cece Cumberland is representing the sophomore class. She is the daughter of Dina Cumberland and Brian Cumberland of Philadelphia. Cece is a member of Mount Pisgah United Methodist Church. Here at Leake Academy, she is a member of the Senior Beta Club. Her hobbies include spending time with her friends and family. Cece is being escorted by her father, Brian Cumberland. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Cece Cumberland. Also representing the sophomore class is Miss Maddie Grace Liggett. She is the 15-year-old daughter of Kenny and Jennifer Hollingsworth of Carthage and the late Matt Liggett. Maddie Grace is a member of Pleasant Hill Church of God and is also active in the youth group at First Baptist Church of Carthage. Here at Leake Academy, she's a member of the Beta Club and served as class reporter her freshman year. Her hobbies include baking, hanging out with friends, shopping, and attending Leake Academy football games. After high school, she plans to attend Ole Miss to pursue a career in plastic surgery. Maddie Grace is escorted by her brother, Ashton Liggett. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Maddie Grace Liggett. Addie Lee Page is representing the junior class. She is the 16-year-old daughter of Brent and Kristen Page of Philadelphia. Addie is a member of First United Methodist Church of Philadelphia, where she's currently active in her youth group. Here at Leake Academy, Addie is a member of the Senior Beta Club, Senior Christian Club, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and the Student Council. She's also a member of the varsity cheer squad and the varsity tennis team. Outside of school, Addie is a member of Leadership Nishola. Her hobbies include tumbling, stunning, playing tennis, and spending time with family and friends. She plans to attend Mississippi State University to pursue a degree in medicine. Addie is escorted tonight by her father, Brent Page. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Addie Lee Page. Miss Parker Woods is also representing the junior class. She is the 16-year-old daughter of Jonathan and Brooke Spears of Carthage. Parker attends Sunrise Baptist Church. Here at Leake Academy, Parker is a member of Senior Christian, Students Against Destructive Decisions, and the yearbook staff. Parker has been a basketball manager for 5 years. She served as vice president of her sophomore class and was elected a beauty her freshman year. Her hobbies include reading, spending time with friends, shopping, and baking brownies. She plans to attend Mississippi State University to pursue a degree in psychology. Parker is escorted by her father, Jonathan Spears. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Parker Woods. Our first senior maid and candidate for homecoming queen is Miss Meredith Adams. She is the 17-year-old daughter of Russell and Monica Adams of Philadelphia. Meredith is a member of First United Methodist Church of Philadelphia, where she is active in her youth group. Here at Leake Academy, Meredith is currently a member of the varsity cheerleading squad and tennis team. She's currently the reporter for the student body and is involved in Senior Christian, Senior Beta, and the Students Against Destructive Decisions organization. Meredith was elected Most Beautiful in 2019, and she's been on the homecoming court for the past 3 years. Her hobbies include singing, cheering, reading, competing in pageants, and playing tennis. She plans to attend Mississippi State University and then the University Medical Center to pursue a degree in anesthesiology. She is being escorted tonight by her father, Russell Adams. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Meredith Adams. Miss Sydney Sisson is the next maid representing the senior class. She is the 17-year-old daughter of Jim and Maria Sisson of Philadelphia. Sydney is a member of Cook's Chapel Methodist Church. Here at Leake Academy, Sydney serves as president of Senior Beta, a headmaster's list student. She's a member of Senior Christian, as well as Students Against Destructive Decisions, and she's also in the 30-plus ACT club. She has been a member of the cheerleading squad for 6 years and is currently serving as captain. Sydney has served as a maid on the homecoming court for the past 3 years. She was chosen Miss Leake Academy Junior High, friendliest freshman, most outgoing, campus chatterbox, and a beauty her freshman and junior years. Sydney has served as class president for 4 years, was chosen for leadership in Neshoba her junior year, and was second alternate in Neshoba County's Distinguished Young Woman program. Her hobbies include running, traveling, shopping, and hanging out with friends. She plans to attend Mississippi State University and then the University of Mississippi Medical Center to pursue a degree in dermatology. Sydney is escorted this evening by her father, Jim Sisson. Ladies and gentlemen, Miss Sydney Sisson. Our third senior maid and candidate for homecoming queen is Miss Carlin Elizabeth Vaughn. She is the 17-year-old daughter of Kevin and Marty Vaughn of Philadelphia. Carlin served as student body vice president her junior year and is currently serving as Leake Academy student body president. She was voted most likely to be your boss in the 2020 Who's Who elections. She participated in Leadership Neshoba her junior year while serving as the devotional leader. She also received the Philadelphia Neshoba County Chamber of Commerce Allies for Education Scholarship. Carlin has been a Leake Academy cheerleader for the past 6 years, named All-American for 3 years, and is currently serving as co-captain of the varsity squad. She was on the headmaster's list throughout junior high and high school. She's currently a member of Senior Beta, Senior Christian, Senior Students Against Destructive Decisions, and is a member of the ACT 30-plus club. At last year's state beta convention, Carlin placed second in the 11th grade math division. She was named a high school beauty in the 10th and 11th grade. Carlin attends the Sanctuary of Philadelphia and is an active member of the youth group. Her hobbies include traveling, reading, and playing cards, as well as board games, and she plans to attend Mississippi State University to obtain a degree in biochemistry and further her education at the University of Mississippi School of Dentistry to become an orthodontist. Carolyn is being escorted tonight by her father, Kevin Vaughn. Ladies and gentlemen, Carlin Elizabeth Vaughn. Crowning this year's queen is Miss Sarah Beth Kelly, Secretary of the Student Council. Assisting Sarah Beth will be Mr. Ace Byrne, Mr. John Blayton Kelly, and Miss Rowan McDonald from the K-5 class. Excuse me, I think I've gotten a little ahead of myself there. Ladies and gentlemen, the 2021 Leake Academy homecoming queen is Miss Carlin Vaughn. And as I was saying, crowning this year's queen is Miss Sarah Beth Kelly. Secretary of the Student Council and assisting Sarah Beth will be Mr. Ace Burns, Mr. John Blayton Kelly, and Miss Rowan McDonald from the K-5 class. Ladies and gentlemen, Leake Academy's homecoming queen 2021 is Carlin Vaughn.
Congratulations to Carlin Vaughn, the 2021 Leake Academy homecoming queen. Hope you've enjoyed that special coverage of the presentation of the 2021 homecoming court. We'll take halftime break, and when we come back, Jason and I may have a couple of seconds to talk about the first half, but we'll take this break and come back as the Wendy's halftime show continues.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go, Rebels, go!
He's headed to the end zone. Touchdown, Leake Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
DizFit Massage Training Nutrition, specializing in medical therapeutic massage for those with injuries and certain medical conditions. DizFit can help you have relief with scheduled therapy sessions to work on your problem areas. They also offer relaxation massage, sports rehabilitation, personal fitness training, meal planning, and fat reduction via ultrasonic cavitation. Massage Training Nutrition. Call for an appointment today, 601-697-6748. Follow them on Facebook. DizFit, 103 South Van Buren Street, Carthage.
Buyers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with a new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Buyers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Buyers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Achoo! Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Babe, you know you're not a spring chicken anymore.
And what's your point?
You know you'd fit in real well at QC Supply.
QC Supply already has a friendly and knowledgeable staff of professionals. Plus, they carry a variety of poultry equipment, parts for new houses, retrofits too.
See, you know all of that, but you still forgot the most important qualification.
And that would be?
You've always been a real chick magnet, and that'll make things easier on you.
How does chicks flocking to me make my life easier?
Because you can only go so fast with your walker.
QC Supply, your one-stop shop for everything poultry, located at 2633 Highway 35 South in Forest. Chick Magnet.
Achoo! Bless you, Mama.
Thank you.
Mama, you know that yummy medicine Moore's Pharmacy made for me? I bet they can make you some too.
Well, let me just give them a call.
Moore's Pharmacy is your specialty pharmacy for compounding and compliance packaging. This makes it easier if you take several prescriptions. And be sure to download their RX Local app. This will make your wait time even shorter, if you can believe that. Moore's Pharmacy, your only local independent pharmacy in Carthage, Walnut Grove, Sebastopol, and Lena.
Boswell Media Sports. Boswell Media Sports.
Wrapping up the Wendy's halftime report, it's been devoted to homecoming, but we'll get you set now for the second half as the Rebels lead St. Joe 13-7. Quick, just a couple of scores. The only score that we've got in district play is Simpson leading Park Place right before halftime, 15-7. Just a couple of others from the area. Another MAIS score, Tri-County leading Carroll Academy in the second quarter, 14-0. And looking around public schools, Kosciuszko leads Choctaw Central at the half, 28-14. Louisville, 20. Northeast Lauderdale, nothing in the second quarter. And Scott Central leads Mendenhall, 20-7 at the break. Neshoba Central leads Canton, 21-0 right before the half. Jason, what about the stats in the first half? What stands out on the sheet that Scott Carr has been so faithfully keeping for us?
Well, what we kind of thought of talking about pregame, Leake Academy, starting with them, rushed the ball 31 times for 177 yards and a touchdown. Passed them only 2 out of 4 for 17 yards for a total of 194 yards. St. Joe, on the other hand, most of their yards came through the air. They were 5 out of 11 for 110 yards. Had 7 carries for 34 yards. They had the long TD pass, 80 yards of most of that 110. So 144 yards total offense. So fairly even in the stats and kind of skewed the way we thought, Leake in the rushing, St. Joe in the passing.
All right, the teams are about to take their spots. St. Joe will get the ball to start the second half. Third quarter of Rebel football is presented to you by Kenny James Grill. If you're watching on the QC Supply video stream, you see that banner at the top. Remember, Court Square, Carthage, Kenny James Grill. We get ready for the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff to start the third quarter.
It'll be interesting to see the adjustments made, both teams here in the second half. Leake had to deal with a shifting defensive line. Had something going early in the rushing game. The St. Joe did a good job shutting it down later on. And like I said, Leake defensively been fine.
We've had 3 lead changes in the first half. Rebels took a 3-0 lead on their opening drive, a 25-yard field goal by Cole Arthur. Then second play after that, St. Joe struck with an 80-yard pass from Picarella to Carter Walker to take a 7-3 lead, and then Leake responded just about a minute, about 2.5 minutes later with a 7-yard run by Cannon Parks to cap a 7-play, 59-yard drive, and then Cole Arthur's field goal from 27, the only points of the second quarter. Cole Arthur puts the opening kickoff of the third quarter into the end zone, and that's where St. Joe will get it started at the 20 once again. We'll remind you, DizFit is the official wellness sponsor of Rebel football. Rebels have stayed pretty well in the first half. Emil Picarella, the outstanding freshman quarterback. Freshman has an offer from Oregon already. We have not seen him run very much. Mostly stayed in the pocket, throwing the ball, and he'll be in a shotgun formation with Demariat Davis at his left hip. He'll hand it to Davis first down, and he is hit right at the line of scrimmage and driven back. Make the hit, Nick Gamillion.
Yeah, good job there. Just from his linebacker spot coming up, filling the hole.
3 tackles now for Nick Gamillion. Second and 10. 2 wideouts to each side. Picarella will throw on second down. Throws shallow right side. And the pass is incomplete along the 25-yard line. And that was intended for Chris Watson.
Yeah, threw it a little bit low. Receiver had to come back for it. Still had a chance to make the catch, just didn't do it.
3rd and 10 for the Bruins. They've had trouble moving the ball outside of breaking that one big play. Got Brandon Taylor split out to the left. Chris Watson to the right. In fact, 3 wide receivers to the right. He'll move Davis over to the left. 3rd down. Will roll to his right. Pressure coming. He's going to get in the sideline, throw it back across his body, complete right near the sticks at the 30-yard line. Riley Myers came and put the hit on Watson. We'll see where the officials mark
like they're giving it to him.
And I think they're going to give him a generous spot at the 30, and that's going to get them 10 yards on a first down.
Yeah, kind of a dangerous play there by the quarterback, showing some athletic ability. We saw that last week. We did it. It's one of the ones you say no when he throws it and good job when it's complete.
Yep, dangerous pass, but Picarella able to make the completion for the first down. Now in 4 wide receiver set, 3 men to the left, the wide side of the field, 1 to the right. Picarella looking to throw, throws to an inside receiver, complete at the 40. Now Riley Myers grabs him, moves him along. Other Rebels move in. Bryce Watkins helps bring him down, but they will get about 11 on the play, and that's another first down.
Yeah, just kind of a little levels type play. It looked like 3 men slant. We got a guy down on the other side.
Yeah, I think that was the receiver, Carter Walker, who has not yet come to his feet. He's outside the numbers toward the St. Joe sideline. So we'll stop things with 10:51 to go in the third quarter. Rebels up 13-7 and an injury timeout. Had Ethan Dunn unofficially with 3 tackles in the first half to lead the Rebels. A lot of different Rebel players got tackles on my list in the first half, but the injured player up and walking off the field on his own, so that's a good sign. 1st and 10, St. Joe from the 41. Again, they'll run that 4 wide receiver set, 3 to the left, 1 to the right. Looks like they brought in Solomon Walker at running back now, bigger back. Shotgun formation. Picarella looks at the Rebel 4-man front. Linebacker blitzing. They'll throw it underneath. Caught right at the line of scrimmage, but good job grabbing hold of him by Nick Gamillion. Let him get only about a yard on the play.
Yeah, it looked like some type of little screen. Couldn't really tell how they were trying to block that. I don't know if it was just an underneath pass or actual screen, but kind of looked a little disjointed over there.
I think that was Ken O'Quinn making the catch, his first of the ball game. 2nd and 9. Same formation. Ball at the right hash. Picarella will hand it this time and nowhere to go. May even be a loss on the play. And again, Gamillion spearheading the attack. That was Day Davis on the tackle. Yeah, in fact, he lost a yard back to the 41, the original line of scrimmage, 3rd and 10.
Leake still doing a good job up front, just controlling the line of scrimmage. St. Joe hadn't had a chance to run the ball. I think one play, probably over 5 yards tonight.
3rd and 10 from the 41. Expect the Bruins will put a ball in the air here. Receiver's a little confused. Play clock goes under 10. Now everybody's set. Picarella going to look to his left, throw underneath, pass caught, but it won't be enough for the first down as Carter Walker made the catch at the 48-yard line, 48-yard line, but the Rebels swarmed over him there. Good defense by Nick Gamillion and Riley Myers.
Yeah, good job there making the tackle as soon as the ball was called. Again, coming back with that little slant play, they've really liked it on that.
But they'll be 4 yards short of the sticks. And timeout called. With 8:59 to go, St. Joe takes the timeout. We'll take it with them. Back in 60 on Boswell Media Sports.
When it comes to the health and well-being of your four-legged family members, you need to trust veterinary experience that you'll find with Dr. Ryan Anderson and Dr. Steve Green at Central Mississippi Animal Clinic. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic is a full-service animal hospital that specializes in both routine and emergency procedures such as medical, surgical, dental, and grooming. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic conveniently located at 900 Highway 35 South in Carthage.
Visit them online at centralmississippianimalclinic.com.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck in this season.
Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
It looks like St. Joe is going to go for it on 4th down and 4 from their own 47-yard line. The opening possession of the third quarter. They trail Leake 13-7. They're trying to make something happen here. So time for the Rebel defense to make a stand. Picarella will take the snap, play action, throw the slant, pass caught at the 45-yard line. Chris Watson makes the tackle. Jackson Freeney right on him, but just good throw and catch on a little safe slant route for the first down.
Yeah, well executed, and that's a lot harder to throw than it looks, especially at the high school level. It's very hard to throw slants.
Yeah, and he threw it right on the money. Ball right in the middle of the field. They'll send the 3 wideouts to the right side of the field now. 1st and 10 from the Leake 45. Picarella hands it off. And this time Davis has room to run across the 35, and it takes about 4 Rebels to bring him down in the neighborhood of the 30, 31-yard line. Jackson Freeney, Nick Gamillion, Riley Myers, and I think Dylan Jones got in there as well, but that's a big gain and another first down for St. Joe.
Yeah, just kind of a little long trap play. First daylight they've really had. And he's a load once he gets in the secondary. You saw he's hard to bring down.
First and 10 for St. Joe at the Rebel 30. Clock winding under 8 minutes, 18 seconds to go, third quarter. Picarella with an empty set has his running back is an H-back, and they'll bring a little jet sweep around the right side, hand off, but back, push back behind the 35, and swarm for a tackle for a loss at the 35. Dylan Jones got back there and harassed the runner, and help arrived. A lot of Rebels swarmed out there. Joseph Scott was running out there, Nick Gamillion and Ethan Dunn.
Yeah, good job of pursuit right there. First time we've seen him run that play. Came out of the empty, came to the jet motion, ran the speed sweep to the right. And you got to string that out and make the tackle, and good job of Leake doing that.
Yeah. Dylan Jones stringing it out. Loss is back to the 36-yard line. -6. 2nd and 16 from the 36. 2 wideouts to each side. Looks like St. Joe's going to put it in the air again. They will. Picarella's got good protection. Throws left side. Complete. Gets it to Walker, who's hit immediately at the 30. Was staying on his feet, but good job by Jackson Freeney to just hang on for dear life and finally drag him down at the 29 after a gain of 7.
Yeah, again, that little outplay they've had some success with, just trying to make it manageable on third down. They did a good job of it.
That still leaves them with third down and long. 9 yards to go for the first down. They have to get to the Leake Academy 20. Ball at the left hash. Picarella will run out of that same set. 2 wideouts to the left, 3 to the right. He will signal to his receivers. Play clock under 10.
Middle of the field is open here.
Picarella takes a high snap, looking left. Nobody open. Rebels closing in. He throws it back to the wide side of the field, and it may be a late flag comes in. I don't know if that's going to be intentional grounding or a roughing the passer.
That's what he's going to call him for. Now, he had a receiver in that area. He threw it toward, and coaching staff for St. Joe's throwing a fit about it, so they may get together and talk about it.
And Gunnar Scott hit him hard after he released the ball. I don't think that was a roughing the passer situation. It looks like the official is going to call an intentional grounding on St. Joe. But I'm with you, Jason. I don't think that's a proper call.
Yeah, he was throwing it toward a guy over there, and
I think it was Brandon Taylor.
Make sure that's what they're calling, but I was a little bit
because it
borderline, I thought. We'll take it, but
yeah, that's right.
But again, best pass defense is your pass rush, and Leake did a great job right there, making him throw it where he didn't want to.
Picarella wanted a receiver on the near side, saw it wasn't there, and all of a sudden there was Gunnar Scott coming after him hard.
You know, Leake's defense, the way they were set right there, I thought really they tried to hit that little slant back they've had some success with the middle of the field, because Leake kind of gave them the middle of the field 2 safeties over the top.
Now it looks like they're turning and going to assess it against Leake. And I've got to tell you, I don't agree with that one either. I don't think that was a rough in the pass. But we've not seen a signal yet. The official's still talking right at the 30-yard line, and they will march it off against Leake. And the crowd really unhappy, and they got good reason to be, in my opinion.
Well, I didn't see anything either way right there, to tell you the truth. I mean, maybe something we didn't see, a face mask or a personal foul.
And strangely, they've assessed it, let's see, from the 22.
It's still not a first down.
Yeah.
So I don't know what the call is.
Yeah, what is the call? Coach Brian Pickens coming out and getting an explanation, but he's just happy to signal 4th down to the bench. And if I'm Coach John Bond, I would be unhappy and wanting an explanation
Calling
for this.
a targeting call.
Okay, a targeting call.
But I don't understand the mark. Was that only 10 yards?
Well, it was. They were facing 4th and 16. It looks like they assessed Leake about 13 yards.
Okay. So they didn't call it a live action play. I guess they called it like dead ball.
13-yard penalty, something like that. But it 4th and 2.
Now they're
ball at the 22-yard line.
Now there they go. Now they're marking it off.
Okay.
Yeah, they just took.
Yeah, they just didn't.
It was 3rd and 9,
step it.
so they just didn't step it far enough.
Now they get it, the step inside the 15-yard line. I'm still not sure that's correct, but that's closer.
Well, once he turned the ball loose, I was looking to see where he threw it. I figured maybe it was on good grounding. I saw the kid in the area and the flag, so I just assumed he had thrown intentional grounding.
All right, 15-yard line. Ball just inside there after that long, slow penalty discussion and assessment. 1st and 10 from the Leake 15. Trip into the red zone. First of the night for the Bruins. Left hash. 4 wide receivers in the formation, 2 on each side. Handoff, but dragged down in the backfield. Jared Sims making the TFL on Demariat Davis.
Good job by Sims, just hitting the gap, sliding through. Got in blocking, hanging on.
Loss of a yard, 2 on the play. 2nd down and 12 for the Bruins. Ball at the 17-yard line. They will send Davis back to the sidelines and bring in Day-Day Davis.
They're going to go empty again, it looks like.
So going to be 5 wideouts, and may look for that little quick screen they got earlier out on the right side. We'll see it. Now Picarella's going to dump it underneath, throw it a little bit behind, but complete to Chris Watson, who has to go down immediately inside the 15. He only threw that ball about 3 yards forward.
Yeah. Well, they got a guy down for St. Joe like a cramp, pulling back on his foot out here.
Pass complete to the 13-yard line. I'm thinking, yes, looks like the 13. Angles get tougher inside the 20 here. Clock winding under 5 minutes, and the injured player is T.J. Monroe, but he gets off the field quickly, so they don't stop play. Play clock under 14.
He actually stayed in the game.
Okay.
I think it's
I thought he went off the bench.
No, he got up and they sent the guy back. So
3rd down and 8. Picarella will pass under pressure. Hit as he throws, and it's intercepted. Coming to the near side, Cade Marble with the INT, and he's popped out of bounds around the 25-yard line. He threw into traffic, did Picarella. Cade Marble gets the interception.
Yeah, I saw a pole block there. I really didn't see what happened. I just saw the ball once it came out from behind the pole, and the interception, and I didn't see anything after that. Everybody stood up in front of me.
Yep, tough angle. I had to look to the computer monitor screen with the video in front of me to see who it was.
I was just hoping he didn't drop it because that interception before he even caught it.
Yeah, it is Cade Marble getting the hugs on the near sideline. So the Rebel defense stands, gets the turnover, and the INT takeover with 4:33 to go. Their first possession of the half. Atkinson hands to Cannon Parks on first down. Room to run. Left side stays on his feet to the 40, to the 50. He's in high gear, 30. Still on his feet, and he's tripped up around the 20-yard line.
Got down to about the 18.
I think he gets about nearly 60 yards on that run.
I think they marked him down about the 18-yard line.
Big run from Cannon Parks up the left side, got outside the hash, outside the numbers, nearly took it to the house. And, boy, that flips field position around quickly.
It does, and he hit the hole, had a good hole to run through, but then when he got through, he made a guy miss, and, boy, he turned it on after that.
Okay, officially we'll say the 18-yard line. Rebels with a big set, low snap. Hand off Parks, trying to sweep it around the right side. Gets a block at the corner to the 10, and he's clipped down from behind by Demariat Davis.
He's going to run inside the 10, around the 9-yard line.
Pickup of 9 on the play. It'll be 2nd and short for the Rebels, but there is a flag down at the 15. Maybe a hold as they were running the action to the right side. Coach Pickens unhappy.
I can see the quarterback, and then I can see just a little bit of this corner, so I didn't see where the flag was.
Yeah, flag's still on the ground at about the 15.
Okay, I see it now. Have to look around the cameraman here.
Still waiting for the signal. The down marker's already moved back 10 yards from the line of scrimmage. Now the walk will come back. We presume it's a hold. Looks like a 10-yard penalty. Did not see the signal from the official. They put the ball at about the 28-yard line, right between the 27-28. 1st and 20. Aiden Watkins and H-back on the right side. Snap, handoff, left side. Whit Welch gets behind the block, has room to run, stumbles around the 20-yard line. So he gets the penalty yardage back mostly. He gets about 9 of the 10 yards back. 2nd and 11. Looked like 72 Blackwell tripping him up. 2nd and 11 for the Rebels. Big set here with 2 H-backs. Snap, handoff. Whit Welch following blockers right side to the 15, 10 to the 5, and he dives across the end zone. That's 6 for the Rebels, and they extend the lead to 2 scores with 3:16 to go in the 3rd.
I'll take your word for it. I saw none of it.
I had to watch the action on the screen myself, my friend. Same thing, camera operator in the way, crowd standing up, pole, everything. Had everything but an elephant walking across in front of us, but he just followed the blockers really well, then got outside the numbers, slipped inside the 5, and got hit at about the 2. But he was not going to be stopped. Cole Arthur on to kick the extra point. Hold down, kick up, and good. 3:16 to go, 3rd quarter. Rebels 20 and St. Joseph 7. Back in 60 with a Moore's Pharmacy kickoff on Boswell Media Sports.
South Group Cox Agency has the best lines of coverage for your home, business, and auto, also leading the way in protecting the very essence of who you are. This time of year, identity theft is on the rise. More than 8 million households will be hit in some way this season. South Group Cox Agency prevents hackers from destroying your life with credit monitoring and data protection, even expense reimbursement to cover costs incurred while reclaiming your identity. Get peace of mind now with South Group Cox Agency, Main Street, Carthage.
If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fanwear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cole Arthur with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff, and it's a boomer and hit in the end zone a couple yards deep. St. Joe will take over at the 20. Here's your performance therapy reset. The Cade Marble interception set the Rebels up at the 21-yard line, and it took just 3 plays for them to go 79 yards. They got the big run on the first play by Cannon Parks, and then 18 for the touchdown, Whit Welch. That's a performance therapy reset. 20-7, Rebels lead it. Breathe a little easier with a 2-score lead, Jason.
Yeah, a lot easier. That was a big stop down there defensively, and then as I expected, the Leake made some adjustments, going back to their 2 wing-back set.
Yeah, they went to that big set they ran a lot at Simpson a couple of weeks back. Got some big runs off of it. Picarella on first down with 4 wide outs and a running back beside him. He'll hand it off to Day-Day Davis. Day-Day's hit along the line of scrimmage and just moved laterally. Didn't get much at all, if anything. Gamillion and Dunn on the tackle.
Yeah, just kind of the whole story all night except for that one run a while ago. Just Leake's doing a great job up front, just filling the gaps, not letting anybody get outside them.
2nd and 10, no gain on first down.
Doing a great job tackling. That's the main thing. That's some big backs.
Yeah, Day-Day Davis, big, thick running back. Again, 2x2 receivers, ball on the right hash from the 20. Picarella sets to throw. Chase from the pocket, right side, throws it in, sideline, but the ball is knocked out of the hands of Carter Walker, incomplete. And there's a flag back in the backfield. I think it is going to be a hold on St. Joe.
Yeah, that's what he signaled.
So will the Rebels accept it? I think they will. Will they create 2nd and 20? Yep. And the
Leake's doing a great job not letting this kid sit back there and get his feet set and scan the field and making him move, and that's what you want to do because you can tell he's uncomfortable when he gets out there.
So it should be, in fact, they'll mark it back from the point of the infraction, and that should be a half the distance from back there. It'll set the ball, trying to determine exactly where. It looks like it's at about the 7-yard line.
6 or 7 there.
Maybe the 6. We'll call it the 7. Second down and 23 from the 7. St. Joe behind the chains here. Picarella will drop back into the end zone and throw it. Throws it, has it complete on a crossing pattern at the 10-yard line, but Riley Myers clipped Carter Walker right away. Didn't allow him to get upfield. Gained just about only 3 on the play.
Yeah, great open field tackle on the crossing route. Came right in front of Riley from the safety position. Made a great play.
So now 3rd and 20.
Not a lot of 3rd and 20 plays in the playbook from your own 10.
I don't care what level you play at. You 3rd and 20, the percentages are mighty low. From the shotgun, Picarella will drop back. They'll throw a screen right side, but it'll fall incomplete. They wanted Carter Walker out there, but Nick Gamillion smelled it from the start, and that play just never materialized.
No, not a bad play call. They're just not doing a good job executing it there. It looks like it's a little rushed and disjointed.
Excuse me, it wasn't Gamillion. It was Dylan Jones out there, linebacker, doing a good job reading the play. So L.A. should get outstanding field position here after the Ramsey punt. He'll stand about halfway back in the end zone on the south end. Jake Brown at his own 42. Ramsey's kick away. It's going to be a short kick, hit at about the 32, and the Rebels nearly had it hit somebody, but it'll be down about the 39, 38-yard line, and the Rebels will take over with 1:39 to go third quarter in a short field. 20-7 the score. Rebels in front. Third quarter presented by Kenny James Grill.
Yeah, you get this field position, you want to go ahead and try to end the game right here.
Ball right between the 38 and the 39. We'll call it the 38, 1st and 10. On the right hash, wide receiver split to the left. H-back over on the right side. Cannon Parks is the running back. Two H-backs in the formation. Low snap, handed off. Parks is hit at the 40, dropped there, lost a yard. And big play by 55, Kamarius Hudson.
Yeah, that's the big man in the middle. Like we said, we talked about earlier, he's a load right there. It's hard to move out of the way. 2nd
down, 11.
A guy like that doesn't even have to move. He just stands there, and it's just hard to move him.
Ben Jackson in the game at tight end. 2 H-backs, Watkins and White. Same play, handoff, Parks, and he gets taken down again. This time hard tackle from Cole Spivey. Was it Day Davis?
Yeah.
I thought it was 9, but I think you're right,
Yeah.
It's 4.
Yeah, middle linebacker there.
And he just gets a couple on the play.
The guy a while ago caught
3rd
the
and
crown
9.
on offense was the Vaughn kid. I notice he's not out there right now, so that's a plus.
Yeah, I see him standing on the other side there with his hands on his hips. 3rd and 9 for the Rebels. 2 wide receivers out to each side. 31 seconds and ticking in the third quarter. Atkinson back to throw. Good protection over the middle, but into a crowd, and it's intercepted at about the 10-yard line. Good read of it. Chris Watson gets the INT, and St. Joe will take over deep in their own territory.
From what I can see of it down there, it looked like we're trying to run like a little post down the seam, and safety came from the other hash and stepped in front of it.
That's exactly what happened. Yeah, safety saw it coming, and he closed in on it and made the pick. With 21 seconds to go, third quarter. Remind you that tonight's broadcast is powered by Central Electric Power Association, and we'll remind you, well, I'll save this to the start of the fourth quarter. Something else I was going to remind folks about. 1st and 10, ball at the 7-yard line. Picarella will throw it out quickly. Get it to Walker. He breaks one tackle up the sideline and forced out of bounds. We'll see where he stepped out on the far side. Can't tell from here exactly. Looks like the gain was about 4, maybe 5 yards. Looks like they're up to the 12, so it'll be 2nd and 5. But stepped out of bounds, 14 seconds to go.
It looked like the same play they ran for the long touchdown. That time
Yes.
did a good job stringing him out, forcing him out of bounds.
2nd and 6. Picarella, 2 wide receivers on each side. Wants to throw, has to step up in the pocket, grabbed, and he's sacked by Gunnar Scott back near the 5-yard line. Gunnar Scott just reached up high and grabbed him on the nameplate on the back of the jersey and just yanked him down.
Yeah, I'm glad we didn't get the horse collar call. Kind of get a little nervous about it.
End of the 3rd quarter. Leake Academy 20, St. Joe 7. Back with the start of the 4th quarter after this on Boswell Media Sports.
Time to take your shot. With the increase in COVID-19 cases due to the Delta variant, it is now more important than ever to get vaccinated. The faster we do, the sooner we can end the pandemic and return to a more normal way of life. To schedule your vaccination appointment, call Baptist Primary Care Clinic 601-267-1470 and select option 5 to make your appointment today. Baptist Leake, making your health care our #1 priority.
Boswell Media Sports.
Ready for the start of the 4th quarter from Thagard Field in Madden. Leake Academy leads St. Joe 20-7. And big day tomorrow, Jason, for the softball team. Leake Academy softball playing in the semifinals of the 5A fast pitch tournament down at the McGee Sports Complex. Game against Cathedral. So wish the best to those ladies. They play down at McGee at noon tomorrow. If you win, you play the Brookhaven Academy Magnolia Heights winner at 4. Championship is on Monday. So Lady Rebels and Cathedral tomorrow in McGee. The 5A fast pitch tournament finals. St. Joe will set up 3rd and 12 after the Gunnar Scott sack of Emil Picarella.
Good job by Gunnar a while ago with it on the sack. Again, it's the best pass defense we got, just not let the kid throw the ball.
Ball just outside the 5, 1st down. 12 minutes to go in this one. Rebels up 2 scores. Big 3rd down play here. 4 wide outs. Picarella will unload it quickly on a slant, complete to Walker. He's knocked down immediately along the 15, 16-yard line, but that's going to leave him about a yard short of the line to gain for the 1st down.
That's a little play they've had a lot of success with. In fact, other than the long touchdowns, it's about the only thing they've done other than a little out play they run for 3 or 4 yards.
And John Bond will send the punt unit out to kick it away. So the Rebel defense gets the 3 and out after throwing the pick.
Good job there, coming back, making the stop after making the mistake on offense. Right here, you don't want to jump off sides. You want to make sure you really watch the ball. They've had some high snaps. I wouldn't mind another one just right over his head right here. Nope,
that snap's perfect. Kick was a short kick, hits past the 40, and Brown will just let it roll toward midfield. It will die at the 49-yard line in Bruin territory. Rebels will take over with tremendous field position, leading 20-7. 4th quarter of tonight's ball game is presented by Westside Body Shop.
Yeah, a little long snapper's gotten better, so last 2 snaps have been a lot better than what he was doing earlier.
But what an opportunity here with a short field to, if you can get 7, you can get on top.
Yeah, you think the way your defense is playing. Like we said, the drive before, now it's time to drive the nail in.
So the ball will be on the right hash. Appreciate you joining us on QC Supply video stream tonight. And The QC Supply audio stream at Cruisin' 98, Cruisin' 98 mobile app, and streaming audio at cruisin98news.com. Low snap on first down. Parks gets the handoff, but he's hit in the backfield, taken out from behind by Blackwell.
Yeah, coming off that backside right there.
Matthew Blackwood.
I got a couple of them down right there together.
A couple of players down.
Gunner Scott for us and the guy that made the tackle.
Blackwood for them. Blackwood's up and limping, and Gunner Scott's still in the ground, but now he's up, and that has a cramp look to it. Yeah, that kind of stiff-legged look for both of them.
Yeah, both of them look a little stiff-legged getting up.
Yeah, Gunner Scott coming off on his own, walking beside David Jones. They'll run Joseph Scott in for Gunner Scott. 10:48 to go in the ball game. Leake Academy 20, St. Joseph 7. Second down and call it 13. Rebels need to get just past the 40-yard line in Bruin territory. Handoff, Parks. He's trying to evade runners. Gets to the edge, to the 45. He's going to be knocked out of bounds short of the first down, but a good gain.
Yeah, good job right there. Kind of a student body right without the pitch. They pulled the guards and the wing back from this side and just kind of overloaded them over there.
That's the same play they got the Whit Welch touchdown on earlier, I think. And they get to the 42. So it's going to be third down about 2.5. We'll call it 3. They need to get past the 40 for the first down. Ball on the right hash. Levi Brown split out wide to the left. Ben Jackson, the tight end on the left side, and the two H-backs, White and Watkins. Keeper for Atkinson. He'll go straight ahead, pick up the first down, and tripped up along the 38, 37-yard line. Central Mississippi Animal Clinic, first down for the Rebels.
Yeah, a little read play again, kind of the bread and butter there in the first half. First time we've seen it this half.
Off the 38-yard line. Jared Sims and Aiden Watkins congratulate each other for making their blocks there on the right-hand side. Fresh set of downs for the Rebels in red jerseys, white pants. Looking at a three-man front. A handoff to Parks, and there Bruins all in the backfield, but a great job by Aiden Watkins just pushing Parks forward for some positive yardage down to the 35, gain of 3.
Yeah, didn't have anything there, so just a great individual effort there, and got a little help from his buddy there, but play was disjointed because of the bad snap.
There were about 3 Bruins in the backfield in a hurry. 2nd and 7 for LA. Clock under 9 minutes, 15 seconds to play. Up 13, moving the ball. Hole on the right side. Parks has the first down. Outside the numbers, along the sideline, far side, taken down inside the 25-yard line.
Again, just 3 people pulling around the end, leading him around. They've got something going with that play.
He went down at the 23, 1st and 10 Rebels. Another Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down. Whit Welch will come in for Parks. They'll run that 2 H-back set with the tight end. From the right hash, Atkinson claps, takes a low snap, handoff Welch straight ahead, bangs inside the 20 to the 19. Gets about 5 on the play. 2nd and 5 coming up for the Rebels. Tackled by J.P. Hornback. Not sure if he's kin to Eddie Hornback from the early 80s with the.
Eddie was about a highly recruited quarterback. Had come out of Mississippi in a long time. Went to Notre Dame and then ended up at State.
Transfer from Notre Dame. That's right. And ended up as a defensive player. 2nd and 5. Snap, handoff, Welch. Good blocks right side. He's dragged down by 2 men by Day Davis and Kamarius Harris, but not before picking up a Central Mississippi Animal Clinic first down near the 10.
You can see Leake's wearing them down now up front. They're not reacting, shooting the gaps like they were earlier.
1st and 10 at the Bruin 11. Rebels getting physical here in the fourth quarter, under 8 minutes to play. For the right hash, Levi Brown split out to the right. It's going to be a run play. Welch left side has his legs taken out from under him along the 6-yard line. He picks up 6 yards. They'll give him 6 down to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Leake's just dominating up front right now.
2nd and 4, that offensive line. Lovern, Gunnar Scott, Carter Walsworth, Jared Sims, and Colton Burns. 2nd and 4 from the St. Joe 5. Low snap. Keeper Atkinson following blockers inside the 5. Did he get to the end zone? He did. That's 6 for the Rebels. Rhett Atkinson on what really was a busted play.
Yeah, a busted play, bad snap. Did a smart job. Just picked up and followed his running back. Knew where the blocking would be and just shot through.
He just stuck his nose down in there for the final yard as there were about 2-3 Bruins grabbing him. Atkinson with the touchdown. Touchdowns presented by Trend Health and Rehab. Cole Arthur will attempt the point after. Snap, hold, kick, up, away, good. 7 minutes to play. Leake Academy has extended the lead. 27-7 over St. Joseph. Back in 60 seconds with the Moore's Pharmacy kickoff on Boswell Media Sports.
Time to take your shot with the increase.
Get top dollar for your timber and the least possible damage to your property with Welch Forest Products in Union. Professionals in forestry care, management, and cutting. Welch Forest Products provide final harvesting, pine plantation thinning, and site preparation and care. They buy land with or without timber. Welch Forest Products. Call Bo Welch at 601-774-8200. Welch Forest Products in Union.
He's headed to the end zone. Academy.
The Junction and Prince Oil Fuel Champions. As you travel to the game, shop and fuel with people who are invested in your community. 60 years of fueling Central Mississippi and champions like Leake Academy. Locations are all over Mississippi. Carthage, Philadelphia, Oxford, Ridgeland, Scuba, Louisville, Newton, and Union. They also do catering.
So be sure to put some Junction in your next function.
It's the Junction and Prince Oil.
Boswell Media Sports.
Cole Arthur's kickoff into the end zone once again.
I think one of the hardest things to do is to make sure the kickoff team actually runs down the field when he kicks. That's probably the hardest thing they do, coaching, get them motivated to run down the field.
That's right. Boy, the leg of Cole Arthur, such an offensive and defensive weapon. Sets up St. Joe 80 yards away from pay dirt, and all the Bruin offense has been able to muster is a big play on their second offensive play of the night, 80-yard touchdown. Then they had a drive early in the third quarter, got down in the red zone, but ended with a Cade Marble interception. Apart from that, they've had trouble moving against the Rebel D. 4 wideouts. Picarella drops back, throws it deep. Pretty spiral up the right side, but through the hands of Walker, about 5 yards deep into Rebel territory on the left side.
Yeah, he had him a step back behind him, threw it a little bit at the outside. The receiver didn't do a very good job adjusting to that.
Scoring drive of Performance Therapy reset for you. 9 plays, 49 yards, all runs. And Rhett Atkinson on a busted play scored from the 5.
Yeah, going back to that touchdown, like we said, very smart because you know where your blocking's going as a quarterback. Just pick the ball up and just try to go get something, and luckily it turned out good for us.
2 wide receivers to each side and running back to the right of Picarella. They'll send 5 into the pattern. He'll throw short underneath, pass caught, but tackled right away. Chris Watson.
They're going to try to go a little far. Tempo now. I don't know how. They look pretty tired. I don't know how much tempo they can generate.
Cade Marble made the tackle after a gain of 7. Ball at the 27-yard line on the left hash. 3rd down and 3. High snap for Picarella, but he sets up with time to throw, but throws it over the middle. Too far out in front of Walker, incomplete. Jackson Freeney was with him.
Yeah, that's the little play they've had some success with tonight. Just a bad throw right there.
Fourth down, offense staying out there. 6 minutes, 22 seconds to play. Decision time here for St. Joe. They have 2 timeouts.
Main thing now, just keep everything in front of you. They hadn't shown any ability to drive the field on, just try to keep from giving up the big plays.
They are going to roll the dice here on 4th and 3. They've got to, this is their last chance, really. They can't keep punting it away. Stopping the Rebels. Snap back, under pressure, Picarella goes left side, goes along the numbers on the left side, slides just past the 30-yard line, and he'll get the first down. Good alert running. He needed 3, and he picked up 4. So 1st and 10 from the 31. From the left hash, Picarella takes the snap. Gets rid of it quick. Pass caught. First down picked up. Breaking away from a defender is the receiver up near midfield. And that was Chris Watson doing a nice job staying on his sticks there.
Yeah, it's back to their little play, little slant play they're liking. And luckily we made the tackle there and missed the first
18-yard gain to the 49. Riley Myers made the tackle. Riley has played out there all night. That's been a good sign.
Yeah, he's walking a little ginger,
yeah.
But 80% Riley's pretty dang good.
From the 49. Drive continues for St. Joseph. Picarella will drop back. Gunnar Scott up, but he escapes pressure, now throws back against his body, underneath, incomplete. Hit right away by Bryce Watkins as the receiver, and that was Watson again. Pickup of about 4, maybe 5. In fact, they're going to give him tell you what, that's a bad spot for them. He really only got about 3 on the play. I thought he got 5 at least. Bryce Watkins with the tackle. He's got 5 tackles tonight. Handoff goes to one of the big backs, Solomon Walker, and he finds a couple to the 45-yard line where he's tripped up. Gade Marble and like Joseph Scott helping on the tackle. Third and 4 for St. Joe. Clock at 5 minutes and ticking. They've got to move it down the field if they want to get back in this ball game. Picarella will throw. Pass caught for the first down. Walker breaks through a tackle, breaks through another, goes inside the 25, and finally Riley Myers takes the ball away from him, and now he's coming the other side. The 25 trying to turn the corner, but he's going to be corralled at about the 30. And how about that? Riley Myers just grabbed the ball out of his hand inside the 25-yard line, took it away from Carter Walker.
Yeah, turned what could have been a bad play into a good play for us, that's for sure. The kid made a heck of a job making people miss out there, but smart play, Riley just reach in, rip it loose.
So give Myers the fumble forced and the fumble recovered. He returned it to the 31-yard line, came a long way across the field for those 6 yards, but he made the play with just the strength of ripping it out of the hands of Carter Walker.
Yeah, and I was kind of hoping he'd just go down on that bad leg. No sense trying to cut around, but that's something they work on in practice all the time, strip drill, and he just ran it just like you want him to right there.
4:36 to play in the ball game. Westside Body Shop presenting the 4th quarter of Rebel football, and the Rebels are going to try to work it down the field on the ground. Hand off to Parks, and he fumbles, and looks like St. Joe hops on it. They've got it. J.P. Hornback recovers the fumble at the 33-yard line, so the Rebels give it right back.
Couldn't really tell what happened. He kind of went down behind the lineman. I can't tell if he ran into the back of one of his linemen and the ball popped out or what, but didn't look like he was stripped of the ball.
Yeah, and Cannon Parks does not fumble much. Didn't last year, hasn't this year. So St. Joe will get it back. Their offense comes out. 1st and 10 at the Leake 33 with 4:31 to play. Rebels leading 27-7.
It turned out to be a little bit of a wash.
2 wide receivers to each side. Day Walker, the running back, to the right of Picarella. He'll pass. Throws the slant underneath, off the hands of Walker, incomplete. Cade Marble got his hands up just a little bit late. If he could have gotten his hands up a second earlier, he might have found the ball right in his mitts.
Again, it's kind of a bad spot for me to see the concept, but I know it's the same little slant play been running. Leake's been going a 3-man front, bringing the linebacker, so I think they're just throwing it right behind that linebacker on that side.
Jake Adams, Gunnar Scott, and Joseph Scott, the 3 linemen. And the extra man out there, Dylan Jones. 2nd and 10. Bruins with 4:25 to play. Will throw under pressure. Picarella fires it underneath, incomplete. Gets it to Solomon. No, excuse me, that was Watson again. Picks up about 6.
That was a heck of a job by their little quarterback right there, because Gunnar Scott was coming right at him. He stepped into it, made the throw, took the big lick.
Tackle by Cade Marble. Ball at the 25-yard line. 3rd down and 4. And again, 2-by-2 receivers. Snap back quickly to Picarella. Set up to throw. Throws complete for the 1st down. Around the 15, inside to the 13 goes Carter Walker.
May have run that play.
Yep, it's been there for them most of the time when they've needed it. A couple of times Picarella's been off target with the throw. But at the 13-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Bruins, 3:46 to play. And the clock starts again. The clock is the biggest enemy St. Joe has right now. To throw on 1st down. Over the middle, high and off the hands of Walker, right along the goal line. Incomplete. Dylan Jones was covering.
Yeah, came back to the same little play, and it takes a lot of guts to go across the middle and try to catch that ball. That's, as I said last night, it's where the Booger Bears live, in the middle of the field.
Yeah. Yep, you could get your block knocked off quickly out there in the middle of the field. 2nd and 10 for St. Joe with 3:36 remaining. Rebels lead 27-7. St. Joe trying to move it quickly. They'll hand it off to Day Walker, and he'll get hit but drag a couple of Rebel defenders forward for positive yardage. Gets a nice pickup down inside the 10-yard line, maybe even better. Yeah, down to about the 7.
Yeah, Leake was there, just had the wrong leverage. We had our rear end pointed toward our end zone.
So 3rd and 5. I'll give Gunnar Scott the tackle. 3rd down, 5 from the 7. Setting up, throwing the slant, and it's is it intercepted?
It looks like it.
It looks like it is. Could not. I had somebody in my way, and I couldn't see it clearly. Bryce Watkins gets the INT.
I saw him diving at it, and I just saw the ref on the other side pointing, so that's the only reason I knew he got it.
Well, they went back to the slant. I think it went to the outside man that time, Jason, but safety was there to sort of go down low and get it.
I had no idea. Like I said, I couldn't see. I'd see the snap, and then that's about all I see.
Rebels are set up at about the 9-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 9. Second Rebel INT of the second half. 2 minutes, 59 seconds on the clock. From the 9, low snap. Handoff, Cannon Parks to the left side. He's hit by Hornback as he crosses the 15. Down at the 16, gain of about 7 on 1st down.
We've had trouble with the low snaps, and probably a lot of that's got to do with that big nose guard sitting right over our center.
I'm sorry, I misread it. That was about a 4-yard gain. 2nd and 6.
Yeah, when you're trying to long snap it and you got that big guy in front of you, you're thinking about a lot of things, but you got to get the snap. That's the most important part.
They'll take their time. They'll snap it with about 2 minutes and 10 seconds to play in the game. They'll come set, just 6 on the play clock. Hand off, not much there for Welch. He gets maybe a yard, that's it. Gets about a yard, and big 55 stopped him. Big Kamarius Hudson. 3rd down and 5 for the Rebels. Clock slides under 2 minutes to play. Stay with us for the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame report when the clock hits 0. We expect to have Coach Pickens join us, and we'll take a look back at this ball game. Rebels at home next week against East Rankin. 7 o'clock kickoff will be on the air at 6:15. It'll be under a minute and a half to play when the Rebels snap it. Snap goes to Welch, and he will barrel ahead across the 15, but stopped short of the 1st down. Needed about 5, and he got about 4. In fact, it'll be 4th and less than a yard for the Rebels.
Yeah, I think they'll just sit here and let it run down and
Yeah, because it's
call timeout with about a second left on play clock and then punt it out of here.
Yep, clock winding down to 60 seconds to play.
Well, maybe I'm wrong.
We go under 60 now. The Rebels line up at the line of scrimmage with
lined up
17 on the on the play clock.
No, I think they got the head down. I think they're just waiting for it.
They're just going to wait. Coach Pickens is standing about 12 inches away from the official on the near side. And now, with 41 seconds to play, the Rebels take a timeout. We won't go anywhere. 41 seconds to go. Rebels trying to run this out in this fourth quarter. Fourth quarter presented by Westside Body Shop. The Rebels looking to improve to 6-1. And to go 3-0 in the district. Kosciuszko leading Choctaw Central in the fourth quarter, 28-20. The Warriors are closing the gap. I think that game was 28-0 at one point. We'll give you every score we can get. I'm trying to see if we can get a Park Place and Simpson update while we're in the timeout here.
Well, they're keeping the offense on the field.
Offense out there, 4th and 1. No updates on Park Place and Simpson. It was 15-7, Simpson going toward the half. With the big set, play clock winds, but of course clock's not going to move till they snap the ball. Hard count.
I think they're going to call timeout again.
Yeah, Coach Pickens standing out there. He'll call timeout now, use his second. 41 seconds to go.
Yeah, I think you'll see the punt team now.
Yeah, here come the players for the punt unit. No reason to just kick it out of there. 41 seconds to go.
And you have the luxury, even if something goes wrong here, you got the 20-point lead with 41 seconds. So this is the right thing to do. Just got a great kicker, just punt it out of there.
So Cole Arthur stands at about the 2-yard line.
Expect them to come after it.
Here they come. Kick gets away, and he hits it high. Nice kick, going to hit it right in a couple yards into St. Joe territory and take a beautiful roll down to the 30-yard line.
You got a flag down, Phillip. Usually in an area where you'd probably have holding.
So we're waiting for the official from the signal. 26 seconds remain in the game.
Let's see, kick that from the 19, so 30.
31 plus 3, 51-yard field goal. Punt.
Yep.
Still waiting for the official. Okay, it's personal foul against St. Joseph. Scott Central and Mendenhall are tied at 20 going into the fourth quarter. Going into the fourth, Pearl leads Meridian 35-19. Meridian was ahead 19-14 in the second quarter of that ball game. Enterprise 20, Morton 6 at the end of the third quarter. So the Bruins will be marched back to the 15-yard line in their own territory with 26 seconds left, and the Rebels leading 27-7. Just a couple of snaps left in this one, Jason, and the Rebels are going to go to 3-0 in the district. Piccarello will take a snap and just go to a knee, and St. Joe will say that's enough for tonight. In another physical ball game, the Rebels will come out on top as the final seconds tick down. Your final score from Madden: Leake Academy 27, St. Joseph 7. And it looks like, now they're going to line up again. I guess they are going to have to snap it one more time. Or will they just?
No,
okay. It was right about the same. Yeah, the officials let those last couple of seconds go off. Not going to throw the delay of game.
Yeah.
Rebels win at 27-7, and we'll come back with the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage post-game report. So don't go anywhere. We'll be back after this break on Boswell Media Sports.
Can't you just taste that seasoned, hot, juicy char-grilled to perfection steak? Yeah! I bet you're already on your way to Lee's Steakhouse. Of course, the menu is available with plenty of tasty choices, from fried crawfish tails to shrimp and grits, and house desserts to top it off. Open every Thursday, 4:30 to 8:30, Friday and Saturday, 4:30 to 9. Lee's Steakhouse, voted top 5 Mississippi's best steak. Highway 21, just south of Sebastopol.
Time to ride, boys.
Are you a safe driver looking for an auto insurance company as reliable as you are? If so, Mississippi Farm Bureau might just become your favorite place to get auto insurance. In fact, you're why we created Fave Rates. Great new rates with the same great service. To find out if you qualify for Fave Rates, call your local Farm Bureau insurance agent today or get a free quote online at faverates.com. Mississippi Farm Bureau Insurance. Go with the home team.
Call Rick Dowdy, Ronnie Shepard, Mike Mayfield, or Casey Atkinson at 601-267-4585.
Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage. For the ones you love the most who need extra attention in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. A personal plan is created for each patient to provide for their individual needs. The atmosphere is reflective of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage has services and amenities that will make everyone feel right at home. Follow them on Facebook, Trend Health and Rehab of Carthage.
Dr. Craig Martin, family and staff are proud supporters of Leake Academy football. Good luck in this season.
Today I will do what others won't, so tomorrow I can accomplish what others can't.
Dr. Martin and his professional staff look forward to serving you in general dentistry. Dr. Craig Martin, General Dentistry and Facial Aesthetics, 1001 East Main Street, Philadelphia.
Carthage Senior Care. They deserve the best in a place that provides the highest quality of short-term rehabilitation and long-term health care. The nursing staff is highly trained, experienced, and very compassionate for this special care. A unique plan is created to ensure the needs are met for each patient, and the environment is that of dignity and respect your loved one deserves. Carthage Senior Care has services and features that will create an at-home feeling for every patient. Follow them on Facebook, Carthage Senior Care.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go Rebels, go!
Boswell Media Sports.
Welcome to the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame report. Happy homecoming at Madden as the Rebels win at Thagard Field against St. Joe of Madison, 27-7. And Jason Wilcox and I are up here in the booth, and we're going to talk about a game that went back and forth in the first quarter.
Yeah, very tight there in the first quarter. Of course, they had the one big play. Leake moved the ball at will and kind of shot themselves in the foot on first drive. But luckily, Cole was able to make the field goal. And then they hit the big play, 2 plays in for them. And then after that, Leake settled down and they chipped away at us. But Leake, again, just dominated up front, both sides of the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, it was a 10-7 game at the end of the first quarter. The Bruins stung the Rebels on their second offensive play from scrimmage with an 80-yard pass from Picarella to Carter Walker, a little short pass that just broke a couple of tackles within about the first 15 yards, and then Walker put it into turbo and scored. But the Rebels answered right away, recovered from that, went 7 plays, 59 yards right after that. Cannon Parks punching it in from the 7, gave the Rebels the lead for good with just under 3 minutes to play in the first quarter. 2 first-half field goals by Cole Arthur gave the Rebels a 13-7 advantage at the half, and then the Rebels got a score in the third quarter off a Whit Welch 18-yard run. that capped a 3-play, 79-yard drive that started with a Cade Marble interception, as St. Joe had some things rolling the midway point of the quarter, but they could not convert that into points. Then at the 7-minute mark of the fourth quarter, Red Atkinson scored on a busted play from the 5 as the Rebels went 9 plays, 49 yards, all on the ground for the final 27-7 margin. Leake Academy improves to 6-1 and 3-0 in the division play. St. Joe falls to 2-5. They've lost 4 in a row now, and they're 1-2 in MAIS District 2 of 5A. Have not had much success getting a lot in the way of scores. Still got about 7 minutes to go. Kosciuszko in a tight one now with Choctaw Central 28-20. Don't have any updates on Park Place and Simpson yet, but we'll perhaps when a little later in the show we'll get a chance to find a couple of scores here or there for you. What about the stats in the ball game, Jason, and how the Rebels stacked up in the stat ledger?
All righty, and again, thanks Scott Carr for doing our stats for us tonight. That sure helps us out. Again, it's kind of the same way it was in the first half, just the rushing yards for Leake ended up on the night 49 carries for 357 yards, and were 2 of 5 passing for 17 yards. Really didn't have to throw the ball. Never got in a situation where they had to throw it. And then, of course, on the other side, they threw the ball more, 34 attempts. Hit 21 of them, most of them on that little slant play and a little out play they like so much. And then you had the big play on the screen. But 240 yards, 21 out of 34. And they rushed the ball 17 times for 48 yards, so you'll take that all day long.
All right, a couple of scores we'll give you. Third quarter score, MRA leading Jackson Prep 27-3. And looking for JA's score, they didn't have one posted earlier. They're playing Greenville Christian tonight, and that's one that's kind of interesting. We'll get a quick check of that, and then we'll bring in Coach Brian Pickens. Greenville Christian leading Jackson Academy. This is a halftime score. They were leading Jay at the half 30-3. So
that bunch is raw. They're pretty tough.
They are tough. Rolling along. But our post-game show continues, and as the Rebels celebrate a homecoming win 27-7. And we'll get Coach Pickens on here. He's come up to the press box. But we'll remind you, next week the Rebels are at home again against East Rankin. East Rankin playing Lamar tonight, and didn't have a score on that one either when we were looking at that earlier. But we're ready for Coach now. He's coming over. There's a little conversation on the other side of the press box as the Rebels win it 27-7. And Coach, good to have you here, and good to have another win, improve to 3-0 in the district and 5-1 overall.
Well, I appreciate it. I'm sorry, my clock operator's bugging me, so he wanted me to say something about him. All right, no, I appreciate it. Yeah, really proud of this effort. We really felt like, we saw Madison St. Joe on film, and, anybody that watched them could see that very, very talented group of young men. Had athletes all over the field, big up front, and so we knew it was going to be a battle, and that's exactly what it was. But I'm proud of the way we pulled it out there at the end.
Yeah, seesaw game in the first quarter as we went down, moved the ball well, but then shot ourselves in the foot with a penalty, but got 3 off the toe of Cole Arthur, and then 2 plays later, St. Joe all of a sudden was ahead 7-3, and they hit the big play. But as we've seen often through this season, when we've given up a big play, it seems this offense has just gone back to work, just kept sawing, and they've been able to answer with a score, and that's what we did there. We moved down the field 7 plays, 59 yards, and Cannon Parks went in with about 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and we were ahead for good.
Well, the thing is, this group does. They play with a lot of confidence, and I'm sorry, I got this. Oh, there we go. I think I got it better now. This group plays with a lot of confidence, and that's how you respond back. You've got to have confidence, and we've been down there before. We've been down, and we've had to come back, and this group has done that. So, being down a touchdown or being down, really, it doesn't rattle the sidelines. It doesn't rattle the kids. We just know what's got to take place, and there's a sense of urgency. And, and that's the big thing we talk about. You've got to play with a sense of urgency at the beginning of the game, during the game. But I thought we came out the first drive and played with that. And then when they scored, it was back with that urgent feeling. And we went down and made it, 10-7 and just took control after
felt
that.
like we were back on track. And I thought we started to see as the third quarter wore on, a couple of pivotal things happened. St. Joe got a little drive going. They got into the red zone. But pass rush forced Picarella over to his left, and then he threw it into a crowd. Cade Marble picks it off, and then the very next play, we get, 60-something yard run from Cannon Park, sets us up for Whit Welch touchdown. And all of a sudden, instead of them, really making a lick in this ball game, all of a sudden we're up 2 scores.
Well, yeah, all week they did what they did. Now, I'll be honest with you, defensively it was a little different. What we saw was a lot more pressure, early, when we saw them on film, and that's kind of what we were scheming for, was the pressure, and it really didn't give us much pressure. They were doing more stemming and coming up on line because they were trying to take away our power game and, not letting us crease them. And they did a good job of that. But what this defense did the first half was they just kept playing. Look, they were a very dangerous offense all night. They were just one play from standing in the end zone. I think, our kids realized that. They respected that, especially after that first drive. And so they kept letting us, as I always say, they keep letting us have looks at them. They just keep letting us have looks at them. And then, technology is a great thing. And now when you go into halftime now, you really, Jason here used to go into halftime with me, and sometimes it wasn't the most scientific, but now it's a lot of scientific stuff. You're watching the film.
You used to have to draw what you remembered or you saw.
That's right. What you thought you saw. Well, this gives you that look, and immediately we knew, we really felt good about what we could do, and that's when you saw the 60-yard run, and it really let us take control over the game. But like I said, that goes back to that defense. Continuously let us make looks at it. Goes back to Cole. Continues to get the touchbacks. And then tonight, I think in high school football, we're so used to that touchdown. We're so used to, the score being 7-0 and 14-0 and 14 in high school, we don't think about 3-0 being a big deal. It's kind of like, we didn't score. But you saw that we go into halftime, I think 10-7. 13-7, but that put us up 2 touchdowns, and so that little chipping away, being able to run out there, get those points when you get in the red zone is so pivotal, and especially in a game like tonight. And I like, and I think our kids did a good job of getting the ball down there, letting us come away with points. Also, another thing I thought our running backs did a great job of, and that's what we talked about at halftime is, we talked about it before the game, and especially at halftime, take what they give you. They were backing off. They were doing some things, kind of dropping people, and our backs were just hitting it. And we kept saying, you just keep hitting it, and you're going to pop it. And like I said, you saw some big runs there in the second half. And I thought our conditioning really paid off. I thought in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, I thought fourth quarter we were the stronger team, and really wore them down in the fourth quarter. And Jason and I thought, all in all, the DBs and especially the safeties had a good night, kept things in front of them, just had the one play early, but after that really kept the lid on that passing game.
Oh, look, we sat and watched film of 15, 3, 7, having some big, huge plays down the field. Those 2 running backs, they don't get a lot of, when I, of course, we watch film, but, you're going to talk to other coaches, and they don't give enough respect to those 2 running backs. Those 2 guys are huge and just big, thick, physical runners, and so they popped out some good gains. But we had seen there that number 15 and 3 make some unbelievable catches down the middle on the sidelines, just back shoulder fades, and 2 does a good job of putting it where he wants to. So I thought our DBs really played the game of their life tonight. That was something that we had not really been tested as far as somebody coming out and just saying, hey, we're going to throw at you all night. And they did, and I thought our DBs graded well. And then the big plays, Cade Marble's interception, that was huge, 13-7. They're driving. They had a good kicker. If they score, they could easily be us down 13-14. And, But that's that playing with urgency. That's that expecting to make a play, and that's what our kids really do a good job of. They expect to make big plays, and Cade makes it. We get the ball, drive down, score, and really to me that was where because it had taken them so long to get down there. When we hit that big run, then we were able to score. That made it 20-7.
Well, an outstanding victory tonight for the Rebels, and second game of a 3-game homestand. Got East Rankin coming in next week, and of course, just got to go back to the drawing board, get ready for that one, and then we're coming down the home stretch of the regular season.
That's right. East Rankin again, a huge game for us. It's a huge district game. And those district games are what allows you to be able to play at home when the playoffs start. So, like I said, that tonight was a huge game for us. Getting to 3-0 in our district was huge, and so.
So we'll have to get used to these Bruins being in the division with us a while, and they've got a nice set of athletes, and they put up a good challenge tonight for the Rebels. Good to come away with a 27-7 victory. Coach Brian Pickens, thanks for joining us on the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage post-game show.
Well, I appreciate it. Before I go, I do want to give a shout out. I meant to do it last week. I did a little bit on the pregame and coaches show, but I want to wish our girls softball team good luck. They're going up to they're going down to McGee to play in the Saturday, be the first round of the state tournament, and then they'll play it Monday, and then we hope to see them keep it on going. So I want to wish them good luck. They won the North State last week, so one of our girls do really well tomorrow night, and wish them the best of luck.
Yep, that first game, I believe, is at noon tomorrow against Cathedral.
Yes.
And then you win that when you play at 5 o'clock. So, we wish the Rebels fast-pitch softball team good luck in the state finals tournament, semis and finals coming up Saturday and Monday down in McGee, and certainly encourage Rebel fans to make the trip.
All right. Well, I appreciate y'all having me. Thank you so much.
All right. Head coach Brian Pickens joins us to talk about the Rebels' 27-7 victory over St. Joseph Catholic from Madison. And they improved, the number one Rebels improved to 3-0 in the district and 6-1 overall. We'll take our final post-screen break and come back and name the in-sports players of the game. So don't go anywhere. Rebel football continues.
Sometimes life gets a little rough, and when it does, Performance Therapy is focused on highly individualized care. Owner Dan Young says no two people respond the same way to any form of treatment or intervention. No injury is the same, and no single treatment works across the board. Their therapists help people regain their physical function and mobility. Whether you're recovering from a sports injury, stroke, orthopedic surgery, or you're suffering from chronic neck or back pain, they can help. Performance Therapy. Philadelphia, Carthage, Canton, Brandon, Gluckstadt, McGee, Florence, Raymond, Pelahatchie, and Wiggins.
Repairing today's vehicles requires extensive knowledge, sophisticated equipment, and a commitment to repairing it correctly. You have the right to choose Carthage Collision Center for all your auto body repairs. At Carthage Collision Center, we perform pre- and post-diagnostic scanning during a collision repair. And come see us for spray and bed liners too. You don't have to leave Carthage to get proper service and repairs. Carthage Collision Center, Highway 16, Carthage.
Buyers Furniture in downtown Philadelphia can make your kitchen dreams come true in 2021. Smart refrigerators, dishwashers, ranges, and microwaves make cooking easier and more fun than ever. GE makes large washer tubs and high RPM spinouts, so doing laundry with a new GE pair is faster than ever. Whether it's your kitchen or laundry room, Buyers Furniture and GE are your one-stop shop for all your appliance needs. Buyers Furniture, 319 Bird Avenue in downtown Philadelphia, serving you since 1953.
Get top dollar for your timber and the least possible damage to your property with Welch Forest Products in Union. Professionals in forestry care, management, and cutting. Welch Forest Products provide final harvesting, pine plantation thinning, and site preparation and care. They buy land with or without timber. Welch Forest Products. Call Bo Welch at 601-774-8200. Welch Forest Products in Union.
Timber! If you want to get the best in sportswear and gear, check out In Sports. In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia, offers screen printing with personalized jerseys, t-shirts, and fan wear to support your favorite team. In Sports also has customizable vinyl gear for spring sports like baseball and softball, as well as plaques and trophies. Looking for sports equipment? In Sports has that too. In Sports believes in giving the best possible customer service with in-town deliveries. Get ready for this sports season with In Sports, just off the square in Philadelphia.
Piggly Wiggly in Carthage is cheering on their Leake Rebels. When you don't have time to prepare food, they do. Give them a call and let the bakery and deli fix you up with delicious tailgate trays so you can hit the road with lots of goodies. Piggly Wiggly appreciates their hometown and wishes all players and cheerleaders a safe and successful season. If you can't make the game, Piggly Wiggly in Carthage. Go Rebels, go!
Boswell Media Sports.
Final segment of the Piggly Wiggly of Carthage postgame show. Philip Palmer-Tree and Jason Wilcox as we wrap up a night at Thagard Field. A happy night as the Rebels defeat St. Joseph from Madison 27-7. Couple of scores, and then we'll get to our In Sports players of the game. We do have the other two district games. Finals are in. Simpson and Park Place. That was a close one down in Pearl for a while, but Simpson woke up in the second half and made a 15-7 halftime score into a 50-14 final against the Park Place Crusaders. And then in the other game, the two teams down in the cellar, 0-1 Lamar and 0-2 East Rankin. Lamar gets their first victory of the season. They end a 7-game losing streak with a 44-0 shellacking of East Rankin. East Rankin comes into Thagard Field next week. They'll be 3-4 overall, but 0-3 against District 4 teams. And then just a couple of others. French Camp defeats Ethel 36-6. Starkville Academy big over Magnolia Heights 35-14. And Enterprise over Morton 20-14. Those are some finals we'll throw at you. Jason, our In Sports players of the game tonight, we had talked about it before Coach came on, and then, I think Coach helped confirm some thoughts we had in our heads, and kind of helped get the concrete set in our minds about tonight's players of the game. One is one who did play a big role in the first half of the Rebels getting out in front and staying out in front, and he's just so big every week you almost take him for granted, and that's kicker Cole Arthur.
Yeah, he like Coach said, and we had talked about during the break that field goals aren't that common in high school, and extra points. You can't take them for granted. And then not only that, he punted, I think, at over a 45-yard average tonight, swapped the field a couple times, kickoffs into the end zone, and just a total weapon. And then, like Coach said, if you don't have him, it's probably 7-7 there at the half.
And then the others, we talked about how well the secondary played tonight. And I know Cade Marble had an interception tonight, but I look at my tally sheet as I mark assisted tackles and unassisted tackles and some of those pass breakups and other plays. I sure did make a lot of marks by Riley Myers' name tonight. He finishes the night with, adding it up real quick, with 6 tackles and also a forced fumble and a fumble return in the fourth quarter, playing at not at 100%.
No, playing on about a leg and a half, and gutsy effort for him to stay out there and do it. And like Coach Pickens said, his team threw it around, and a big challenge for the DBs. And we talked about it, I said you could probably give it to any of the DBs tonight.
Yeah, any of them. Jake Brown, Jackson Freeney, Bryce Watkins.
Watkins had the interception. Marble had the big interception, to stop the drive there.
Yep, so a lot of big plays, but we're going to give the shirt for this week to Riley Myers, so congratulations to the junior Riley Myers and the senior Cole Arthur. They're tonight's In Sports players of the game. Well, Jason, one more to go in this 3-game homestand. East Rankin coming in. They're going to be smarting after really getting handled by Lamar. But, again, the Rebels need to just keep playing physical ball, and things ought to work out pretty well.
Yeah, you can never take it for granted. East Rankin has struggled. Their coach is a friend of mine. I've known him since we were in school together at State and played some golf together. And he's got them playing hard. I think they're just a little bit down on the talent level. But, I remember one time when I was coaching, we took one for granted and went over to Benton one night and just absolutely laid an egg and ended up getting beat.
So we hope you'll join us next Friday night. We'll be on the air at 6:15. Video coverage courtesy of the QC Supply video stream, and of course 7 o'clock kickoff between the Patriots of East Rankin and your Leake Academy Rebels. So that will do it for us here in Madden. Thanks for listening and watching tonight. Hope you'll join us next week. We appreciate Scott Carr helping us with stats, John Crosby on the action camera, Billy Steen back in the studio. Your pregame show producer is Brian Montgomery, and our producer director is Breck Riley. So on behalf of all of them and my partner here in the booth, Jason Wilcox, I'm Philip Palmertree, thanking you for watching and listening tonight. And until we meet again next week, may grace and peace be yours. Good night.